Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for Panthers fans by Panthers fans. If you would like to join the show and be a part of the conversation that we're going to have here today, feel free to join. Hit the link, get up in the Streamyard, and let's talk Panther football, baby. We appreciate each and every single one of you for spending your Friday evenings with the C3 Panthers Podcast. Boys, football is tomorrow. Panthers football is tomorrow. The Carolina Panthers are traveling to Houston to take on the Texans, trying to get a W in the win column. And after an aggressive week of joint practices over there in Houston, we're going to have a fantastic show tonight. But you know that I would never do this without my boys, the members of the C3 Legion. First up, you know we got my man, Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, brother?
What's up, guys? That link down there, y'all, don't click that link. I'm tired of listening to people talk. I will do the talk myself. Don't click that link. I will hear you people talk. Yeah. No. Anybody want to click that link, go ahead and click it. Except for G Baby. If you see him, kick his ass out. He ain't even allowed to look at the show tonight. You know, Cody, there are two games on tonight. The Atlanta Falcons and the Tennessee Titans right now, along with the Kansas City and the Seahawks later on tonight. Good thing that Seahawk game is out West Coast because you know, Pickle don't stay up past 10 o'clock, watch football.
Sounds like a bunch of damn bird teams to me, Pickle. Why would I want to watch that crap?
Well, you know, bird,
next up,
bird, of the word of the bird of the bird of the word of the word. That's not the word around here. Everybody knows it's about the bird.
You know what the word is around here?
Just shut the hell up.
Nope. It's diesel skills.
That's my bird.
Back on the free for all. D's, what's up, brother?
What is going on, Cody Lack? Here we were last week, just 7 days ago, watching our Carolina Panthers team go up against the Browns. A lot of Panthers fans got their feelings put in the dirt last week as we lost 30-10. We did look good on offense, especially early, and we looked okay on defense early as well. But it was what the backups did that had all the fans discouraged about what this Evero-led defense can do this season. Now, I want to ask the fans to have a little bit of resolve. It's the preseason. The Carolina Panthers have not lost a game yet in 2025. We are still undefeated, so let's go. We're going to battle the Texans tomorrow on the road. Hopefully these young guys make a great showing, and these Carolina Panthers look like a different team on the field. We'll see 3 series by the starting offense. And I'm looking for Bryce Young maybe to not have as many big plays or have a big play like he did against the Browns. It is possible, but that Texans defense is pretty stout. So I think it's going to be a real test of our offense to see what we can do against this Texans defense tomorrow. So keep your feelings on your shoulders, on your sleeve. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it weigh you down about this Panthers team. The NFL season is a long one, and things tend to change as the season goes, Cody. So I think it's going to be a good test of not only the team, but the fans themselves. But you know what? There ain't nothing to it but to do it, my brother. I'm ready to roll.
Let's roll. Hey, man, you already know it. I'm interested to see how many Panther fans travel out to Houston. I know some people on my Facebook that are going out to the game. Right. So that ought to be fun. Next up, we got Michael Wydrick in the building. Michael, happy to have you back on the free-for-all, bro. What's up?
What's up, Cody? What's up, boys? I'm ready to get this Friday free-for-all started, man, because honestly, I may have been disappointed for the first game, but, hey, I just overreact. But you know what? It is what it is. It's just preseason, not the end of the world. Don't press that panic button like everyone else does. So, mind you, keep your hopes up. I hope we have something to look forward to in this team, and I hope we dominate this year.
Shout out
yes,
to
sir.
White Chocolate Espresso in the chat. He said sign Clowney. Y'all, dude, shut the hell up. We got enough old people on this roster already.
He just wants some more cocks. That's all he wants.
Well,
yeah, you know. Hey, we don't judge. If that's what you're into, you know, you're allowed to be. But We don't need no more Cox on this team, bro.
Yeah.
But hit that, subscribe.
The Panthers did hire
hit the
the cheerleader
notification bell. Yeah, but the big one too. Hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live, gentlemen. I'm trying to find that clip, but it seems as though, based on recent reports, Xavier Legette is making some big time catches in training camp.
Well, we already know he would. We knew he would.
So
we always knew he would.
I titled the show tonight, is Xavier Legette catching footballs or catching fades? Do you feel like Xavier Legette is starting, even though we haven't seen it in a real game yet? Is Xavier Legette starting to put away some of the headlines around him that he's catching balls against his chest, that he doesn't catch with the hands, and that he's got the dropsies? How do we feel about Xavier Legette while I find this?
I personally believe so because, I mean, he had a rookie year. Some rookies are like that. It's not every rookie is going to go out and catch 100 balls for a zillion yards. It's just not realistic. Sometimes you're going to struggle. We knew again, Dan Morgan drafted him. They said he was raw. They knew that. We fans is just going to have to suck it up to our buttercups and let the guy develop. And, having a guy like TMAC on the other side is going to really super help him. The other week I said, hey, a few months ago, I said that Coker needed to step up or he was going to risk getting cut. Well, he stepped up. And then I said Xavier needed to step up or he was going to find himself not starting. And guess what? He stepped up. So, that's all you want to do, to go out there and see them to do what they need to do. Now, it looks great in practice, but we need to see it in the game, XL. Put that stuff on the game. Put that stuff on Saturday. There was a clip out there the other day of him. Well, I don't know if it's him, but he's straight up monster dude. That's what you need to do, bro. Go out there, use your body, and take that ball home.
Yes, sir. These are skills. What are you thinking? Do we even have enough evidence to be able to say one way or another?
Yeah. I mean, we drafted him with the hopes of him developing. We didn't draft him thinking that he was a fully developed weapon ready to throw on the field. We knew that he had some growth to do, and we had those growing pains last year, and fans certainly remember it. And some fans need to kind of let go of it, to be honest, because we want to hope that players develop that the Panthers draft, especially in the first round, like we did with Legette. We want that to work out. We want there to be a reason why we're giving him a fifth-year option or the opportunity to get the fifth-year option. We need those things to pan out. I like how both the big catch last week by McMillan, he uses his body to shield the defender away from the ball and make the catch. And in the clip you just played, XL does the same thing. Maybe having a head coach that used to be a wide receivers coach is paying off. Maybe having Brad Idzik as an offensive coordinator, he used to be a wide receivers coach. Maybe that's paying off. I think we're seeing the growth and development from these young wide receivers, Cody, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. And we can only hope that their stock is going straight up from here.
Absolutely. And I've said before, these are all young guys. So they know what the narrative is around them. They know what the people are saying about them, what the internet has to say about them. So, I feel like it's only reasonable to think that these guys go out there not only with something to prove the doubters wrong, but Xavier Legette is still trying to prove to this team that even though they just moved up to draft Nalo as the number one wide receiver, that this guy still has number one wide receiver potential and can go up and make plays just like the one that I have on screen here. We'll go to Michael, and then I'll introduce two people into the show. Michael, how do you feel about the progress of Xavier Legette?
Well, you know what? I'll say it like this, okay? I'm not going to say I want the dude to fail, but then I also don't want him to also I'll put it like this, okay? I want Excel to be the guy that we want him to be. Okay, now I may have been a little harsh on him, but that was just his rookie season. Like I need to let that go because this is a new season for him to step up in that development. And yes, we did draft McMillan to show that he can be that next guy on the other side of the field. Because mind you, I have my doubts on him, like after what I saw on Sundays last season. But now that but I mean, it's just practice. Like we said, we need to see it in an actual game, which I understand that. So, with that being said, if it shows this right now, like what we're seeing right now, if he shows it and he keeps his promise saying, "Hey, I'm going to do my best to have these hands ready to catch that football. I am not going to try to drop any passes, but I'm not going to make any promises. If I drop passes, okay, cool. Like I will make up for it the next time I get the ball thrown to me." Because right now, Nalo is starting to show that he's that first round pick. And I mean, sure, he hasn't caught a touchdown yet, but I believe in that guy. I believe in Excel. I believe in all these receivers because, like, I know I'm not like other people that say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna, call him this and that." Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not somebody that would just criticize over one play. Like that's not me.
Yeah, it needs time
Like
to develop.
I need to
grow.
Right,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I need to see that in an actual game. I don't care about the preseason because that again it's just exhibition games. Real games matter. And when our lives are on the line on those games, we need to see plays being made
That's right.
on this offense.
And
We
speaking of
cannot sit
plays,
around.
speaking of plays being made, Michael, out of all the clips that I've played, bro, out of all of the two previous ones, look at this beautiful bomb from Bryce Young down the field to Xavier Legette. This is what I'm wanting to see from Bryce. This is what I'm wanting to see from Xavier. This is a step in the right direction. Let me welcome in some more people into the show. We got my homeboy, Wes Justin, back on the free-for-all. Wes, what up, dude?
What up, baby? How y'all
What
doing
up,
today?
baby?
Had the right voice coming in this time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, we're talking about Xavier Legette. He's making more and more plays in training camp,
Yeah.
catching with the hands. How do you feel about his development, and is he already starting to silence some of the doubt about his catching ability?
Just like when we picked him up, I was a little disappointed when his rookie year and all that, but I mean, every now and then he would flash what he is capable of. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think all the shit talk from last year and then the first game, him getting ejected, I think that's going to put some fire under his ass for real. I think he's going to be like, "Oh yeah, watch this." And then we're going to have double trouble. We're going to have TMAC on the left and him on the right. It's going to be Twin Towers all over again,
Yeah, that could be a real dynamic duo between the two of them. Two big, strong wide receivers. We'll get to Nalo here in a minute, but man, let me welcome in my brother holding it down all the way across the ocean on the beautiful Isles of Hawaii. My man JD Justin back on the free for all. What up, dude?
Yo, what's good, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, brother. How you feeling, man?
I can't complain, man. I'm out here working right now. Felt like I couldn't spend my time much better than listening to what y'all got to say about the team and
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
It's a beautiful day.
Yes, sir. How do you feel about Xavier Legette? He's already made some blockbuster plays this training camp. How do you feel about his development? And is he starting to silence some of the doubters?
Nah, like any like I'll start off with saying that I'm a huge Excel fan. Obviously, coming out of University of South Carolina, he's a Gamecock. I'm a Gamecock fan, so I was already rooting for the man. I wanted the Panthers to draft him, but after that rookie season, in comparison to Coker's, X has to wait till the regular season the silence all the doubt. It's the formula to do so is there. Just catch whatever the hell comes your way. last year after the season ended, I was watching Steve Smith break down X's film. Steve Smith pointed it out, and I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was that was bugging me about how X was playing. You go back and you look at what he did in college and how he was playing. No, he wasn't a natural hands catcher, but X was playing a lot more confident. When the ball came his way, he said it when he got drafted, it's his ball or nobody's. In college, that was very much the truth. If the ball came his way, there was little doubt in anyone's mind that he was coming down with it. Man made some spectacular catches. There's one that stands out in my mind where Rattler chucks it down the field. The corner is in good position. The corner, if he gets his head around, he's probably able to knock the ball away. The ball was low. X is going down the field. He catches it with his hands with the corner fucking with him, catches it, picks it up, and takes off. That's a confident XL. He's a big play waiting to happen. You need to see that. I want to see that from X this year. Be that there's I can't remember who was this posted it on Twitter that XL should be this team's Ted Ginn Jr. That's what he should be. That big play, 2 to 4 catches a game, but he could take a dump off 60, 70 yards because he has the speed to do so. But in order for X to do that, he has to be playing with that same level of confidence he had when he was at South Carolina. He has to walk out on that field and show us everything that you went through as a rookie. That was part of the.
Oh, you're still there? I lost you, JD.
Can you hear me?
JD, yeah, I do now.
Yeah, man. It's just that X has to go out there this year, and he can't do it in the preseason. The preseason don't mean anything. Preseason wins don't count for crap. It
Right.
won't matter if he does it for the first 6 games of the season and then there's a fall off. The greats do it day in and day out. I expect greatness from XL. I expect greatness from this team. So I ain't the practices, the highlights that's coming out of training camp. I love it. Now go do that in the regular season because I saw you do this already. Just be confident.
Yes, sir.
When you watch Coker, when you watch Thielen, when you watch Nalo, a rookie this season, when the ball comes to them, they pluck the ball out of the air because they're confident in what they can do. Be confident. Go out there and show everybody that's doubting you. Go out there and show the people like myself that has faith in him that you know what you're doing.
Yeah, man. I pulled up this clip of FanFest, and like you were mentioning, Bryce just hits him with the dump-off pass, and he takes it to the house. Like, that's what type of athlete this is. It's dynamic, strong, and fast with the ball in his hand. I'm interested to see how creative Dave Canales and Brad Idzik can be this year. Just designing plays specifically to get Xavier Legette involved. Because you're right, there's so many different ways you can use him. You can use him as an over-the-top guy, but you can also use him as a yard after the catch guy, which is something that he's demonstrated the ability to do in the pros and in college. I really just wonder, what's going to be the design and the game plan for getting Xavier to get the ball. Open up, however y'all want to jump in whenever you want.
Yeah. I think XL is going to be great. It's going to be. I think he has potentially to get a lot more yardage than TMAC early in the season, just because TMAC's going to draw a lot of attention, and TMAC will take the number 1 corner, while XL will have a number 2. And last year, once he got on the field regularly, he got the number 1 corner from every team. So I think XL is going to prove a bunch of people wrong. I hope so anyway. And shout out to Bryce Young, who is throwing a good couple deep balls when everybody says he didn't have the arm to do that. Granted, those are not 90-yard bombs, but there's probably not probably not 1 or 2 quarterbacks in the league right now that could throw an effective 90-yard bomb. And just because you can throw a 90-yard bomb, don't mean you're going to hit what you intend to throw it to on a consistent, regular basis.
Yeah, well, we need to see him push the ball downfield, and I think that's what I'm happy about Pickle is that he is being more aggressive. He is pushing the ball downfield. Does he have that bazooka cannon for an arm? Well, no, we know that he doesn't, but he doesn't necessarily need that either, right? So the example that I always use is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was a beautiful deep ball thrower, but in terms of pure arm strength, he didn't have a top tier arm talent like a lot of some of these other big name guys do. But I think if he has the receiver that you trust, if he has the offense that you feel is comfortable in, you're going to continue to see Bryce do a lot of these different things.
Right. And having this elite arm strength is quite a bit in a lot of ways. I think it's overrated because you have Joe Milton, for example, right now as a backup for the quarterback. Throwed a beautiful bomb to a wide open receiver.
Yeah, but can't hit the broadside of a
practice. In practice, and he did that in Tennessee. Occasionally, he was accurate, not enough to be called a consistent starting quarterback. There's a guy drafted by the Titans a few years ago. I believe he's a backup quarterback, Willis, for the Packers. Same way, super strong arm. Can't really be accurate on a consistent basis with it. So what good is it? Give me the accurate quarterback with the good enough arm, and I can make it work. That's what I think. Go ahead, Michael. What you got, bro?
Thank you, Pickle. But yeah, you know what, man, Bryce Young, to me, he's impressive, man. But yeah, like, I mean, I'll even admit it too. Like, I didn't like the way that our offenses were with Bryce as our quarterback because, yeah, like, I'll be honest, if there's one thing I'm seeing now is Bryce is starting to show me something that I wish we would have saw like years ago, or not years ago. Sorry, well, when he was drafted and all that.
Right.
But now, that arm talent, yes, we don't need to see like some crazy freaking deep bomb pass. Like, he's not Patrick Mahomes, he's not Jared Goff, he's not any of those quarterbacks. He is Bryce Young. He is the quarterback of the Panthers. He is gonna keep on improving to show people, hey, I still got that fire in me. Let me handle this as a leader of this team to show you why I got drafted. That's what I need to start to say is, Bryce Young, bro, you got my approval through and through. Keep doing what you're doing, Bryce. I believe in you. I believe in this team. I want to see us succeed this year. If anybody ain't with me on that, then forget you guys. Keep pounding on that.
Keep pounding, baby. And you know, another reason why a lot of people are predicting Bryce to take that next step forward this year is this dude right here, Tetairoa McMillan. This is him essentially dusting the highest paid corner in the NFL in the form of Derek Stingley Jr. TMAC has been another one who has been very, very impressive going forward. You know, I was one of the people who was bringing up that in college, he never necessarily had to go up against the best corners while he was playing over in, I believe it was the Pac-12. You know, he had some good film against Travis Hunter, but, you know, separation due to his, what I would perceive was a lack of top-end speed was something that concerned me on the next level. But boys, I'll be damned if he is not putting those concerns to bed. Multiple times in training camp, he was against Derek Stingley and made some incredible plays. You see him right here taking the ball to the house. Boys, who wants to jump on this first? What do y'all feel about the evolution of Tetairoa McMillan and what sort of role you think he will play in this offense this year?
I'll go first. I'll go first because honestly, Like, I know I'm a California guy, and I know Bryce and team. I'm just gonna say McMillan from now on. McMillan, both of them came from California high schools, but guess what? That target on McMillan's back is gonna get bigger and bigger, and Bryce Young's gonna keep on hitting it every time. Because guess what? I don't care about speed. I don't care what. As long as you have the ability to go up and grab that football with no hesitation, no questions asked, that's what you do as a receiver. Speed is easy, but if you don't have the ability to use that speed to not only create separation, but catch the football, then why are you even a receiver in the first place? That's why I try to tell people, it's not all about speed sometimes. It's always about the hands. That's what a receiver needs, not just the speed. It's the hands. If you can't use both or use one over the other, then you're not a receiver. You should be playing defense.
Yes, sir. Let's go to Diesel Skills, and now I'm going to introduce somebody into the pod. Go ahead, Diesel.
Yeah. He's going to be our X wide receiver. That's the reason why we drafted him number 8 overall, Cody.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Let me welcome in my brother back to the free for all, Jake the Snake, back in here. What's up, Jake?
What up, y'all? Since we're on this topic already, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Rookie of the year, baby. Rookie of the year. Book it, baby.
Hey,
let's go.
We can close the discussion right there. That's all we gotta say. And when you speak on McMillan's name, it's Rookie of the Year. Just call him Roy. If you can't say Tetairoa, just
That's it.
Roy.
That's it.
Rookie of the Year.
Hey,
Yeah, man. I'm
it's not,
yeah.
and it's not just McMillan's abilities as a receiver. There's been a couple freeze frames that's on X online. Bryce is letting the ball rip before guys are getting out of. Hey, I'm gonna hit you with this double move, and before my second foot to hit the ground, my quarterback already see that I done broke you off. So XL to throw to him in a corner of the end zone. Ball's already in air. XL ain't even look back. McMillan, you're gonna have to get used to. You ain't had a quarterback that had that much anticipatory ability, right? It's gonna be a match made in heaven.
Yeah. I'm hoping that he's a difference maker and wide receiver that the Panthers have not had in a very long time, man. Like,
Cody,
yeah.
real quick, I want to say this. There's a Chicago Bear fan in the chat, and I just want to say, bless your sweetheart. My friend, the Panthers got the quarterback, we got the receiver, we got the offensive line, we got the tight ends, we got the running backs, and our defense is good enough. Sit down, Chicago Bear fan, and shut the hell up.
Not just that.
Your team ain't as good as you want it to be.
They're like the third best team in our whole division.
Right.
McMillan and company, all the receivers, right? They all got to deal with J.C. Horn. They all got to deal with Mike Jack. They all got to deal with Corey Thorin. They all
It's
like
making
that.
them better.
That's so like when I'm seeing highlights of what McMillan's doing to Stingley, of course he's going to do that to the second best corner in the league because he got to go up against the best corner every day in practice. Like it's too easy.
And listen, I listen to the NFL radio a lot. I'll tell you the truth of it. They had a reporter there in Chicago Bear Camp the other day, and Caleb Williams struggled mightily. And the head coach pulled him out and put in the young undrafted guy that sits on their roster as a backup.
Ben Johnson said that he had to tone down their playbook. That it was a little too fast for Caleb Williams.
Right, but the backup can handle it real good. I'm going to suggest that maybe Caleb Williams gets benched sometime this year.
He might have a Bryce Young moment, huh?
Yeah, without the return. Anyway,
who's their backup for them?
I remember seeing him on Hard Knocks.
Up in chat so I can pull that up too. I'm trying to.
Hey, you want to know what's wild?
Tyson Bagent.
DJ Moore is still with the Bears, right?
Yeah.
And for quite a few for a while, it hurt me because DJ never had a quarterback like Bryce to get him the ball. And that was hurting me for a different reason because DJ is a supreme talent. Can the Bears please trade him to a team that could properly use him? Because DJ don't need to be suffering like that. He left the Panthers before we got Bryce. Right? He was moved on from before we got Bryce, and now he's having to deal with the mess with Kalen Whip. Like, DJ Moore deserves better.
My man, DJ Moore is going to start taking snaps at running back. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. They're lining him up at running back some now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Bro, that's DJ Moore to me was so kind of like what JD was saying, was so underserviced because he was such a good wide receiver. But by the time he was playing with Cam started to have the injuries, and then his final few years, dude, it was just a revolving door of different Joe Blows having to throw DJ
and all he did was produce.
I know he was still a producer, man. Still a producer. Yeah, to me, he should be one of the better receivers if he gets a good quarterback.
I will go to my grave saying that what Federer and company decided to do, like they should be tried for it, because how do you decide that we're going to move up to take who we believe is the best quarterback in the draft? You move off of being your best offensive player.
You're cutting out, big homie.
Yeah, you're cutting up, JD.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, Michael, go ahead while JD gets it fixed.
Okay, so I want to say this right now. So I'm subscribed to a YouTube Detroit sports network. They're called Woodward. And they always talk about Detroit sports, but then they also talk about their rivals. So they don't like their rivals as much as like anybody else would make them out to be. So like they would make jokes about, Caleb Williams and all that other stuff. But, and I even told, because I'm following a couple of them on X, because I love I'm not saying I love their content more than this content, but I just tune in to hear what they have to say because they're just a sports network at the end of the day. But it's hilarious how because even I hate to say this, but I feel like Chicago is the biggest joke to draft Caleb Williams. Like I'm sorry, like I don't think that dude's gonna ever improve, ever. I'm sorry.
On top of that, Jaden Daniels won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And all the reports is that Drake May for the Patriots has been dicing up the Commanders so far, or when they went and practiced with them.
Cody,
so
right now, the real first pick of the draft is right now just sweeping the Falcons. This gets only 6, but he's kind of outplaying him. And
you mean Cam Ward playing right now?
Yeah, Cam Ward. Well, Cam Ward and Michael Penix can't hit the broadside.
Yeah, I'm about to put that on. But Justin, let me go to you, bro. How are you feeling about Tetairoa McMillan and what he has the potential to be in the offense this year? And do you think that he's starting to eliminate some of those separation concerns?
Oh, man. He's going to be different. That's all I can really say. He's going to be fucking different, and he's definitely going to shut everybody up that was like, he's not ready. He's not fast enough. He's a bad route runner. Dude, he's about to fucking moss on a lot of people, dude. And he proved that just a few catches he had in, I know it was preseason, but was he or was he not playing against some of their starters? Yeah. And he definitely made them look kind of stupid. Yeah,
I mean, he's also playing against he's playing against the Texans starters.
TMAC is here, and he's here to prove a point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's
next Megatron level.
He is. I think Megatron had a little bit more speed than he got, but it doesn't matter. I think I've heard him being compared to so many receivers. Um, Larry Fitzgerald. He's that's compared team. I've heard people compare TMAC to Larry Fitzgerald, and
I've heard that compared to a lot of people.
yeah, he's been compared to a lot. He's got such a great attitude about it. I think he's going to go far, and I think we did so well having there for a few years. Some of y'all might remember who they are. The Arizona had two receivers, Fitzgerald and I can't remember the other guy, but they were two good receivers. And I mean, we're right there on the neck of having two. Maybe if you want to throw Coker in, heck, maybe three elite receivers.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Catches like that in practice.
Tetairoa McMillan is what G Baby would call an alien, bro. He has the crazy physical features. There is a reason why so many people have compared him to guys like DK Metcalf and Mike Evans.
There's a reason why there was multiple teams trying to trade up to us in order to
get him. Exactly. And you know, shout out to Dan Morgan and Dave Canales for not budging in the draft, for not allowing themselves to get cheated. And for not listening to some fans who wanted a linebacker or an end or a corner or a safety. I might have been one of them, but you can check out the past Friday free for alls and find out if I was one of them, because I'm not going to admit it right now. But you know,
he was.
You know, yeah, I was. But but I can't look at this guy now and say, hey. You know, all I can say is they was right. That's good. I wonder if I look like that or not. So, but probably wasn't that good looking. But, sometimes you have to take talent over need. And if our defense struggles a little bit in certain areas, because we took TMAC instead of a defensive player, hey, I'm good with that, because TMAC is an alien who's going to be an elite player for the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, shout out that the CJA 507 says the Falcons rookie James Pierce just got dominated. Yeah, I'm a Tennessee Volunteer fan. I told you all that was going to happen.
Yeah, that's Sportsnet. Shout out to Sportsnet.
Okay, that's Sportsnet. All right, I got you. I didn't know that was Sportsnet. Shout out, man. But, I'm not surprised about that. There's a reason why I wasn't real high on him.
Yeah, he went to Tennessee. I forgot. So you know a lot about that guy. Is there any other last words? We got JD back in here. JD, is there anything else you wanted to say before we move on to this running back room?
Nah, man. I keep hopping in and out because I'm making deliveries right now. But
that's fine.
I didn't spoke movies, man.
You're fine. That's like it when Anthony joins us. He's this time of year, this time of day. That's what he's doing. So.
Shout out to you, JD. Boys. You are putting the work in the show and an outside real life.
Yes, sir. JD's a real one, bro.
Good shit.
Hey, let's talk about this.
Hey, if I can, man, like just a little bit of like, I don't know if it's motivation for anybody, but it's something that Canales. It's part of the reason why I'm excited for the team. When Canales and company talk about being self-motivated, a lot of things weren't going the way that I wanted them to in my life, and you got to do a lot of self-reflect. You have to be open-minded. You got to take responsibility for your actions and all of that. But when Canales spoke on being self-motivated and not having external reasons to do X, Y, and Z, it stuck with me. Like, the part of the reason why I'm out here working right now, listening to the podcast and everything, just is that it's waking up every day and realizing that every day that I have a chance to come out and build something, I should take full advantage of it. Like, that's football talk, but that's applying something. And he's not saying it directly to me, but it's like, okay, I see it now. I feel what you were saying.
it's a mentality, man. That's something that you can bring with you in everything that you do, man. Absolutely. And that's why I think that our players are fighting harder than ever before for our coaches. And look, man, there is a concept known as bulletin board material. And I would like to give a quick thank you, a quick round of applause to ESPN, because they sure do know how to give us some bulletin board material. How about ESPN ranks the Panthers running back room one of the worst in the league?
Shout out to G Baby, who was spreading this all over Twitter, all over socials, and he's very proud of this. That shows you the intelligence that anybody wants to trust ESPN for a ranking. Come on, y'all. ESPN, can there be more of a pathetic excuse of a sports?
Has anybody on ESPN even played football?
Well, if they did, it's been like in 1925. I mean, and some of them will actually. And here's the catch, dude. The guy that actually did this ranking has probably never even seen a football in his life.
Exactly.
And so you got ESPN Live, who has some ex-football players on it, will probably tell you that that's not the case. But some office geek somewhere that studied analytics data told him that.
AKA all the PFF guys.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I like it. I love it when people sleep on us and then they fuck around and find out. So
Me
keep
too.
going.
Yes,
that's why I said that's why I said applaud them for giving us this bulletin board material. Right. And the district look, we know why G Baby was sharing this shit all around. The number one G Baby, or the number one Chuba Hubbard disrespecter. But dude, Chuba Hubbard is a 1,000-yard rusher. He's done it twice.
Yes, sir.
And now you add Rico Dowdle, who is another 1,000-yard rusher. I just, for the life of me, I don't understand this shit, man. But like I said, I thank them for the bulletin board material. We'll go to JD and then Michael. JD, you want to hop in?
Like you said, Cody, man, that's bulletin board material. There's no way you see what Chuba did last year. He didn't even play the final 2-3 games of the season. There's no way you look at what he did last year. There's no way that you look at what Rico was sharing the backfield for a good portion of the season with the Cowboys. I'm of the mindset that Chuba's 1,000 yards this season and Rico's 1,000 yards, they won't look the same because they're not the exact same back. They both have like a baseline skill set that I feel more comfortable with Chuba having the ball. Rico has a skill set that allows him to line up out a little bit of CMC, if you will. So to have that ranked dead last, that makes no sense.
Yeah, none at all. By the way, shout out to Maximus Rombo on Twitter. He wanted me to play this. Look at Chuba taking it to the house and then wait for it. Look at the smile on Dan Morgan's face. That's a man who knows he made the right move by paying Chuba Hubbard, boy.
Does he ever fully
That's
smile?
A man that knows he didn't put a lot of dogs on this team.
That's right.
That's close to a smile you're gonna get from Dan.
That's what I was about to say. I never really see him fully smile. It's always like a smart ass smirk. Like, I told you.
Shout out to Michael Penis for the pick sticks he just threw.
Michael what?
Now, whoa, let me. I'm quoting an article and a post from Fox Sports. Now, if I missaid that name, I apologize, and I'll gladly be corrected. But the article and the post said Michael Penis, and that's what it said.
And I'll be changing my last name. I'm sorry.
I'll
be going to.
I mean, if Just imagine if his first name was a different name. You know what I'm saying?
Dick Penis.
Harry Penis.
Yo.
If I was him, I'd change my name to Harry. My first name to Harry.
You wild, bro.
That's
Damn.
good, I ain't gonna lie.
That's
mean,
why
look.
he's slipping a couple hours,
Look,
y'all.
hey, that's what it says. Michael
That's what it
Penis.
says right there.
Yeah, it says Michael
Hey, what's
Penis
your name? Harry
Jr.
Penis.
Hey, it's even got the weather forecast below.
Michael Penis. You hate to see it. Michael Roger, go ahead, bro.
Jesus.
Okay, so I want to go back to that Chuba Hubbard discussion that we were just now having.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I have to say, ESPN, I don't care what they say, bro. That's a bunch of BS. This is what I said on X this morning, okay? Don't believe what analytics say. They have to see what we don't see, okay? If they, and I'm talking about the Panthers, if they want the well, oh my gosh. If the Panthers want to show that they have the worst running back room, let them show it for themselves. Don't let the analytics say, "Oh yeah, we're so smart, like we don't know what the freak we're even talking about." Bro, that's why I don't believe in ESPN at all, because they're a bunch of analytics that talk a lot of crap, but guess what? We shut them up for a reason, because guess what? Like I said, prove that you want to be a team that wants to fail or you want to succeed. Because guess what? If you want to succeed in life, you aim for the stars, you go up to the highest mountains, you scream out, "I can do this." I'm the guy that needs to show it. Because guess what? Analytics don't mean nothing to me. Show me that you either want to win or you want to lose. That's the momentum that I need to see from this team. If we want to start running the football, that's what we need to start to do. Because guess what? Other teams may be good at, passing the ball, but mark my words, we were always good at one thing and one thing only, and that is running the freaking football.
We have been a
That
team
is one thing I want to see more of.
Yeah, we have been a team that has historically pounded the
swagger out
rock.
there this year, though.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be different. I promise.
Yeah,
it
is.
Like,
It is. And
they're just walking different.
I'll be honest with you. In 2003, people laughed at us when we signed Stephen Davis. They said he was old and has been. They laughed and they said the Panthers might get 8 wins if they're lucky. And we went to the Super Bowl. And even in 2015, they laughed and said that we don't have enough weapons to get to the Super Bowl. We don't have enough talent. We don't have enough intestinal fortitude to make the Super Bowl. And even when we were going by and large undefeated most of the year, they told us that we were the worst undefeated league team in league history. We've always had disrespect when we played our best. Always.
Facts.
And let the
It's always coming from
disrespect come,
ESPN.
because in today's day and age, we're taking notes. We're taking screenshots. And you damn best believe if we get to the playoffs, we're going to flood your asses. You best believe that shit.
It's always coming from them clowns at ESPN too.
Right.
Always.
Well, that's what ESPN does. ESPN, the only way they get their ratings is by clowning.
Well, they're gonna be the ones getting clowned this year.
Yeah. But
And by the way, I would just like to remind everybody we are also on Kick. That is kick.com/C3 Panthers Pod. All one word. Hey, even if you want to chat with us on YouTube, go and give us a like and a follow over there on Kick and have it up in the background too. So that way we can get those numbers up. We appreciate y'all, man. But I mean, listen, if you don't want to say that the Panthers, if you're ESPN and you don't want to say that the Panthers have the best running back room, that's fine. There's teams with Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry in it. I understand. But to call a team with not one but 2,000-yard rushers one of the worst running back rooms in the NFL. Like, it almost feels like clickbait. Like, it's designed to get people like us who do pods like this talking about it and sharing it and getting upset and angry about it. Who wants to go on this?
Bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Justin.
ESPN just loves pissing people off. You know it's clickbait.
They definitely do, man.
It's and again, it was a screen, and I mean, I doubt seriously, I doubt seriously that an intelligent person, because there is a few up there, I doubt seriously a former NFL football player actually wrote that. I'm more inclined to believe it's an office geek that's never touched the football in his life. And the only reason why he knows about football is because it started out with analytics or fantasy football.
One of the type of people that believe what they hear, and they hear shit from the wrong people that don't know anything.
Exactly.
It's a long line of people that don't know what they're talking about.
Right. They go to the bar, they get a drink, and they're sitting over and listening to all the drunks talk about this player or that player. Then they go and write an article about what the drunk said, but they don't include the drunk's name.
Hey, Cody, ain't gonna lie though. The fact that C3 Panthers Podcast is taking up every one of my fucking monitors right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Let's go.
I'm the only other one I know that's. Y'all are the only other one I know that streams on every fucking network other than myself.
Yeah, man, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube,
I'm here for
we are
all of
on Kick. Right now, we're on Twitter, bro. Anyway, there's no excuse to not get your weekly dose of the C3 Panthers podcast. You already know.
You gotta get that full dose, you know.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Michael, and then I'm gonna let Deez jump in on this.
All right, so yeah, it's crazy. Like ESPN, man. If you're considering yourself a sports broadcast type of people, you should be ashamed of yourselves right now, because, mind you, the reason why that they're considering us as a laughing stock right now is because they haven't seen the real us right now. Because guess what? When we start showing up, they're gonna be saying, "Oh shoot, we mistaken these guys," but you know what? They probably won't. But you know what? I don't care. I don't watch ESPN that much because they don't talk about the Panthers. They talk about these other football teams, which is highly ridiculous. Like what did they see in these other teams that they don't see in us? Like, I don't get that. That's a laugh. ESPN is a joke.
Remember the names that are talking right now, bro. Just remember the names. Next year, they're going to remember all the names that's talking shit about us this year. Because I'll put money on it. Next year, they're going to be on the fucking bandwagon.
Yep, they are.
They're going to be like, oh, the Panthers are so good. Bryce Young is this. He's that.
Yeah, so
they just need to watch.
They do more of this than this.
Exactly. And shout out Josh Norman. Josh Norman, when we were in the Super Bowl 15, and he had to do interviews because the league required it. He wouldn't do interviews with some folks. He called out prime time Deion Sanders to his face, because if Sanders was working the NFL at the time network, he said, no. He said, I heard what you said. I heard what you said at the start of the season. I want an apology before I talk to you.
Josh Norman's my dog, man. I can't mess with that dude, bro. I love that dude, man. Oh, and for him to talk to somebody that can't tackle on defense, man, bro, I love that. Man.
These little skills, if I got you to talk to me about this running back room, man, and how crazy ESPN is.
Well, I don't know the craziness. I mean, you can like who you want to like. If you don't like a player, that's fine. That's fair. You don't have to like every Panthers player, and you can have your favorites too. You know, your favorites don't have to be at the top of the depth chart. I remember I used to like Brad Hoover. I just thought that was my guy. I just thought he was a really good running back for the Panthers. You know, it turns out when we look back in history, he wasn't that great really, but he was my favorite at the time. So to me, he was good. So I get where some people don't like certain players and they want to put those players down and build up the players they do like. That's fine. That's your fandom. You fan how you want to fan. We don't judge that here at C3. But let me tell you some facts. Okay, Chuba Hubbard is really built I mean, he looks incredible. His body fat's extremely low. He's been lifting a lot of weights. He looks really strong, muscular. That photo you used a couple weeks ago of him in training camp, man, I mean, just muscles everywhere. I mean, he just looks fantastic. And he didn't look like that when he come into the league. He did that through hard work and believing in the Panthers, believing in himself, believing in the training program, sticking with it each and every day. It takes a lot of dedication to look like that. It's hard to do. It's not easy. It's not for quitters.
Yeah.
Chuba Hubbard, he didn't come into this league as a guy with great hands, but he works on it every practice. After practice, he's on the jugs machine. He's working to get better. He's not the most talented Panthers running back ever drafted. That's just facts. That's fine. You can get by with that if you want to hold that against him. You can hold that against him. But the point is, the man has the right kind of attitude, the right kind of effort, the right kind of will to win, the will to keep pounding and keep working on his game, even though he's not the most gifted athlete in the league. And he earned his spot here with almost 1,200 yards rushing last season. What do the fans say? Dave don't run the ball enough. So Dave didn't run the ball and this man had 1,200 yards? What does that mean? It means he did something right somewhere. Look at that offensive line. Is that offensive line built to pass block? No. It's built to road grade, fellas. And it's all back. All of them.
That's something that has me excited for the running back room. I feel like there were times where Dave went away from running the ball and Chuba still gave you the production that he gave you. I feel like you could look at, like, with this isn't a conversation about Excel, but it's a conversation about sticking, like you said, sticking with it, having that faith, having that dedication in yourself to, hey, I know what I'm capable of, and putting that out there until you start to achieve those goals you set for yourself. Criticism is one thing. People are adding room for Excel to fail. Did we not just watch Chuba Hubbard?
Hey, JD, you're breaking up again real quick, man. You might want to come out and come back.
Cody, I'm looking at a ranking from NFL.com, and they have Chuba Hubbard and the Panthers ranked 15. So shut the hell up, ESPN, and anybody, and I mean anybody that supports that article. Yeah, G baby, I'm talking to you, fat boy.
Let's pull
Where
it
the
up.
fuck you at? Hiding somewhere under your damn rock.
Hey man, let me welcome. Yeah, go ahead, Jake. And then
I was going to say it real quick. It really comes down to lazy reporting. It honestly does. It comes down to lazy reporting, and it comes down to people that never watched the Panthers play, so they don't know shit. I mean, it's really lazy, and I understand. I kind of like to hate, too. I kind of hate that we're doubted and stuff, because we get doubted all the time.
I love it.
It's really embarrassing, though, that there's professional people that work for ESPN that wants to be lazy like that. And people can say it's clickbait, but still, it's awful. It really is awful that they do shit like that.
It's ridiculous, man. Let me welcome in my bro, also holding it down on the left coast. We got Alex, 814 Panthers. Alex, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, Cody? Happy Friday, fellas. How you guys doing?
Doing wonderful, man. We've talked about a bunch of things today, man. We've talked about Excel and his continued improvement in catching. Tetairoa McMillan continuing to improve as a route runner, but also ESPN disrespecting us and saying that we're one of the worst running back rooms in the NFL, even though we have 2,000-yard rushers. Alex, jump in on any one of those, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, when it comes to the running back room, I mean, yeah, Chuba Hubbard, like, he's not with the so-called, like, sexy name that, like, everybody, fantasy purposes or, like, he's not your Derrick Henry, he's not your Saquon Barkley, but he's Chuba Hubbard, man. Like, dude just came off 1,000-yard rushing season, like his best season, honestly, as a pro. I mean, and I know that there was some question marks coming in, like we're like, oh no, like once Christian McCaffrey, we got rid of him, everyone was just kind of like, well, we don't really have a running back. That's kind of like what a lot of people were thinking. But like, honestly, Chuba Hubbard runs the ball hard. He's a leader in the locker room. Like I can't say enough good things about him. And it's funny because it's like that. If we're going to talk about Chuba Hubbard, that's like probably the one thing that Matt Rule in his era. That's the one thing that we got right is that Chuba Hubbard has been someone that we could rely on. So I mean, like,
yeah,
I can't hate on the guy, honestly. And then Xavier Legette, I want to hold back on any kind of negativity on him. He was a rookie last year. People are going to drop footballs. It happens. You just have to, you just got to get better. And hopefully this year he doesn't have to be the guy. Like, I think it's going to come down to like Bryce facilitating to a lot of these guys. I think we have we may have 7 guys on the roster at wide receiver. So, I mean, it's going to come down to everybody, contributing this season. That's what I think comes down to wide receiver.
You brought up a good point I want to bring up. Do y'all think we're going to roll with 7 wide receivers? Because I've been saying 6, but I don't know. I've also seen some articles saying that they think that this team has plans for Jacoby George as well. So I'm not sure. Let me welcome in my friend. He ain't been on here in a while, so we're happy to have him back. We got Trigger Smitty on the free-for-all. Trig, what's up, dude? Trig, do I got you? You're on mute. I don't know if you know that.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, C3 fan, what up, man? I've been listening since y'all started. I just had to get my signal right to jump on it.
Yes, sir. I feel. Hey, man, jump in on any of the stuff that we've been talking about thus far, man. Excel.
Hey, man, let's jump on this Excel stuff, man. Let's jump on this Excel, man.
Let's do it.
Listen, way too early to say he's been silencing doubters or whatever. I need to see this for a season. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the fans that was kind of critical of his hands in the pre-draft process, and I caught a lot of hell from the fan base, bro. And hey, that doesn't mean a guy can't be a playmaker. That doesn't mean a guy can't affect winning and help us. That don't mean you want to see a guy fail. But hey, man, it's a lot of red flags in his hands. The guy doesn't have strong hands. He just doesn't. So is he putting that to rest? I don't know. We got to see it on Sundays, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy I feel like he can go up, make the tough catch, but he's also going to drop a few. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So that's my whole thing with Excel.
He doesn't have the pressure of being that number one. I don't think. I think like it's going to be. I mean, I've seen a little bit more. I know he only had a few catches in the preseason game, but Tet, you could see there's a difference. There's levels to this.
It's a difference between him and when you look at Coker, like the way Coker goes in between 2 defenders, goes up, snatches the ball. Whether you can tell if a guy has hands when the ball is over his head, when it's outside, and when it's below his knees, and does it still end up completed? And it's just he doesn't have strong hands. And the perfect example of that is when he made the beautiful catch against the Saints, and the guy just snatched it right out of his hand, like he just took it from him. Before XL could even tuck it, that lets me know, like, you're not catching with strong hands, which is fine. I mean, Ted Ginn was real effective, and he had bad hands too. You know what I'm saying? So do I see him as a wide receiver 1? No, I still see him as a playmaker that's going to help this offense. But Ted opens up XL because what you need is the number 1 corner on Ted. That puts Thielen and Coker and XL on your second and third cornerbacks. And if you can't cook those, then we really have to have a discussion.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, even like I remember Pickle brought it up too about when Moose Muhammad, when he first came in, he didn't have the greatest hands when he first came in. And once Steve Smith was out there and everything, it changed a lot. Moose eventually was reliable target. So we're gonna need him.
Right.
We're gonna need him at some point.
Right. When Moose got here from drafted, he wasn't good at catching the ball. He just had to learn. And real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt y'all's conversation, but real quick, that article from ESPN, I tracked it down. The entire post that's being shared by your man G Baby is a lie. That's 28, not 32. And it's posted, it started out from a fan, that's like to some jackass who works for ESPN named Clay. From Mike Clay.
I never heard of that.
Being bad.
Exactly.
You talking about our
Some
running back?
jackass off the
Yeah, he's talking about our
and
running
he
back room
ranks him.
being ranked
He
one of the
ranks
worst
him.
in the
He
NFL.
ranks him as 28. Now, NFL Network ranked him as 15, and PFF ranks him as 10th.
Yeah, we had a top 10
So,
rusher last year. That's just
right.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
So,
And now we got another top 10
if
runner.
you want to believe the Panthers running back room sucks, that's because that's what you want to believe, and it entertains your narrative.
The thing, like I use Chuba. I feel like you can use Chuba's career arc and Bryce's career arc up to this point as tools to defend Excel. I said earlier in the show that when you watch Excel's highlights, and it's sad to actually see, compare what he was doing in college to what he did his rookie year. Then go look at his rookie year highlights and compare that to Coker. There's different, like a homie was saying just a little while ago, the confidence. I don't think it's a matter of strength or it's confidence. It's knowing what I know what I can do. McMillan. How many highlights have been posted of him catching the ball with one hand? How many years do you think McMillan's had passes thrown to him, inaccurate, accurate, and he's just going up with one hand? He's at a point in his life and his profession where he knows I can go up with one hand. So if I go with both, there's no question. X, he went through what he went through when he was in college. He was a breakout guy his last year, right? His confidence in his hands it's not where Coker's confidence is. It's not where Thielen's confidence is. Once XL understands, like, your hands are what they are, use them. You saw it with Chuba, his rookie season. I feel like watching Chuba when he was a rookie, he wasn't looking to fall. And initially, that's what I felt like he was doing when he was running the ball. You hand it off to Chuba. It's like, bro, if you just step here and go there, you're still going. And you falling over yourself. He was looking for contact. He didn't have the strength. He didn't have the confidence in what he was doing. Now you look at Chuba 2-3 years down the line. I said on the podcast that Chuba didn't need to be drafted. 3 to 4 years later, I'd be damned if the Carolina Panthers ain't handing the ball up. And first, and I don't give a damn what down it is. Get Chuba the rock. You saw the growth there. You saw the confidence growth. That's all it is. Excel in college was a very confident player, a man amongst boys. If Excel brings that same confidence with his talent, you're talking about a conversation of is McMillan the number one? Look at what
You're starting to bring up again, JD. You're starting to bring up again. You were
Hey,
going
yo,
strong.
I want to push back on
You were
that.
going strong. I heard most of what you were saying, but we'll let your microphone or your signal find a better area. Go ahead, Trig, and then I'm gonna welcome in somebody into the show.
Okay. Actually, what I don't see XL lacking confidence. I mean, you could tell he got good body language. He got good energy. He celebrates with his guys. He brings a spark to the offense. I'm not gonna say that it's a confidence thing. In my eyes, it's just simply a skill thing. He's not comfortable catching the ball away from his body. You can tell the way he angles himself to make body catches unnecessarily. That shows that he doesn't have a skill set with his hands. And it's a lot of guys like that. They go out their way to catch the ball with their body. You can't catch every pass like it's a punt, bro. I mean, you just can't. That's why he dropped that pass against the Eagles, the game winner. He's trying to angle himself and leave his feet to cradle catch it. There's no reason for that. Bryce threw a perfect ball. Just run under it and walk into the end zone. I see it as a skill thing. I don't see it as a confidence thing. Me personally, I don't think he lacks confidence.
I don't think it's confident. I just think he's a little raw. He's raw. We knew drafting him, he was raw. Dan Morgan said when he drafted him that we traded up to get him so we could have the 5th year to develop him. Quote. Now you might not like it, but that's exactly what he said. So it's got nothing to do with that. He's developing. He's learning. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you, JD.
And he'll be fine.
I'll push back against
Well, hold on real quick. Though. I'm gonna let you respond, JD. Let me welcome in Anthony to the Friday Free For All. Ant, what's up, dude?
Yo, what's going on, boys? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling. And also, let me welcome in G Baby back on the Free For All. G, what up, dude?
What's Gucci, y'all? What's Gucci?
Chilling, y'all. Hey, man, y'all roll with this conversation. This is a good discussion, man.
Oh, you don't want to hear what I got to say about extra life.
I'll keep it short.
You're right. You're right.
I
You're right.
know.
We'll go Anthony first. Go ahead,
Listen, I've been watching listen, TMAC, he's him, bro. Like, he's just gonna, like Alex said, I forget what Alex said like 3 minutes ago. There's kind of different levels. You just kind of get a feel for what kind of player he's gonna be. So, and he's been working out with Bryce, man. I don't know if y'all watch his YouTube at all, but like he's been kind of showcasing a lot there. But with Excel, man, listen, I agree with Triga Smith. I think he's got too much lotion on his hands right now, man. He's gotta relax, and he's just gotta. Bro. He'll be straight. Listen, like Pickle said, he's a raw player, man, and like honestly, like we expect him to take another leap. But it's mainly the body catching. He's got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. Listen, I played wide receiver when I was younger. They always taught us you got to go to the ball instead of letting the ball come to you. And he's too afraid right now to make a mistake that he's just making a mistake because he's thinking too much. And a lot of like what you do in sports or high pressure situations, you got to stop thinking and you just got to start doing. So that's his main issue, in my opinion. But hey, man, Bryce isn't going to target him if he doesn't trust him. Like, that's kind of why we saw David Moore have so many unnecessary games where he led the team in targets and yards. It's like, bro, David Moore should not be our leading receiver, man. So, like, that just shows you there was something going on last season.
Yeah.
David Moore won't make the 53-man roster.
And me, I remember Ant and I, we were talking, going back and forth. I was saying I wanted defense, and I remember Ant was all like, if Tet's there, like, you got to tank him. And, I was adamant, like, our defense was terrible. I'm like, we got to go defense in the draft. And to me, when they took Tet, there was a reason why they took him. I mean, I still want to give Excel time, but at the same time, there was a reason why we took him. And we needed a number one, and that's what happened. So,
yep, exactly. That's like there was a reason why we took Jonathan fucking Brooks. There's a fucking reason, bro.
So his ass can sit on the fucking bench.
Hey, that's fine. He gonna get healthy too.
Yeah. No, he ain't. He ain't. He's gonna go down as one of the Panthers' biggest busts. And the fact is, I can
keep on talking, Pickle. Keep on talking.
I am. Pickle ain't never shut up in his life.
Hey, I gotta push back. I got to defend what I was saying earlier when I was talking about confidence, right? We didn't all rode bikes before, right? You done got on the bike, 2 pedals, you got to push it, go, all that. Were you comfortable? Were you confident in your ability to ride a bike the first time you got on the bike? Nah. XL, he played receiver all throughout college, right? He was a 1-year wonder. The things you saw a mixed bag from XL his last year in South Carolina. There were body catches. There were times where he would go up. There were times where he would go up and he would let the ball get in too close to. So I fully agree with this. There's levels to it. You look at McMillan,
but that
you look at Coker again.
It should have been a red flag that he was only a 1-year wonder.
It should have been, but
they took X for his upside, right? This is always my argument for why they took X over Lad McConkey. McConkey is stealing. When McConkey is at his best, like when he's a pro's pro, McConkey is going to be Adam Thielen. They excel because if XL puts it together, there's not a single receiver on that roster that can do. Why? Because he got God-given talent. You can't teach 4-3. You got Horn Jr. who can go 4-3. Junior ain't 6'2", 6'3", 240. So if XL is out there playing to the level that he could play, he ain't got to be McMillan. I don't need to see you going up with one hand if you ain't confident in your ability to bring it down with one hand. But when the balls come in your way, Be confident in snagging it, plucking it. I say this because I watched Steve Smith speak on it. Steve Smith, say what you will about the character, but Steve Smith on the field, he knows what he's talking about. XL wasn't playing that same level. He wasn't playing at the same level of confidence in college last year as a rookie. The scariest thing the NFL can see this upcoming season, you know what McMillan is. There's little doubt in my mind that if McMillan is healthy for a full season, that's rookie of the year. Why? Because you got Bryce slinging them up, Dylan. XL is an X factor. That month you can dump it off to him, and if he catches, there were passes that Bryce tossed to him last year. He's body catching it because he wasn't trusting his hands. If he catches that shit in stride, you ain't catching that motherfucker because that 4-3, you see it. The playmaker, Ted Ginn-esque. That's all I'm saying. He wasn't comfortable last year with everything that happened. X wasn't playing the way that he could be playing, should be playing, because he wasn't confident in what he's doing. Now, when you become confident at doing something, you start. Again, going back to the bike analogy. You get on the bike, you get comfortable with it. That's when you see kids popping wheelies and shit. They backhand dragging on the ground because they know I got full control of this shit.
And look, I want to jump in here
and be confident.
Let me say something that I know is going to piss G Baby off, but I don't care. Chuba Hubbard has gotten notably better catching passes when he was dropping everything as a rookie. And he's just a running back. So I'm not going to write off Xavier Legette yet, because I do think that he can overcome some of those things that that Trig was talking about, that Alex was talking about. You know, that some of those are real things. But like I said, if you look at some of the clips in training camp, Bryce is targeting XL a lot. It seems as though he does have a level of trust.
Cody, that's because Jalen Coker had the fluke. He's got a fever, bro. He's sick right now. He can't even practice. That's why you see XL in these clips right now, G.
Hey,
keep it a buck.
Why you want to talk shit about your own quarterback? Why you want to talk shit about it? You're telling me Bryce ain't smart enough to read the field and throw it to the open guy?
I'm saying we traded up for a guy that body catches that ain't shit, Pickle.
Dude, if it was me, I would have never drafted him either. But we did, and life goes on. I know you talk shit about it.
Pass on McConkey,
we did, life
goes
on.
Hey, yo.
And I'll tell you what, in my opinion, Jalen Coker's going to have a better career than Ladd McConkey.
Hey, yo,
But that's
I ain't gonna say Lad, but maybe he'll have a better one than XL. But listen though, I mean, even with Chuba, his hands have improved, but he still would drop a pass, bro. Like Bryce hit him in the chest last week in preseason on third down. Dropped
and that's about all of them do though, don't they? Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. If a guy has bad hands, those drops are still gonna show up. Me personally, like I'm not big on separation. I'm not big on body catching. I don't give a damn about none of that. Like one of his best touchdowns last year, 1-on-1 against Pat Surtain, cut across the middle, goes up, catches with his body, touchdown. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's a touchdown. I care about the result. But when you try to catch certain passes with your body that are not meant to be caught with your body, you're going to drop them. But I just really care about results. And Canales said this the other day, and it's something I've always said. I care about the target to completion ratio. And he said it in his interview. He was like, you know how I always go by, if a guy's a good wide receiver, when you throw it to him, they catch it. That's it. I mean, that's all about whether it's with his body, whether he gets great, because T-Mac's not going to be a great separator in some points, but he's 6'5".
I kind of feel like that was a subtle wink, nod at Xavier Legette to be like, hey, man. I mean, I'm not even saying that he's been dropping shit in practice or nothing, but you know, hey, if you're not gonna be dependable, then you know we're not even gonna be throwing you the ball. I kind of felt it was giving Coker a compliment, but also saying, hey man, we need some of these dudes to step up.
It was being honest, bro, because now within 1 year we've built a receiver room to bro. If you're not catching the ball, you can't be on the field. Because Thielen's going to catch it. T-Mac's going to catch it. Coker's going to catch it. Jimmy Horn's going to get open and catch it. So we can't have you out here and we can put somebody on your spot that's going to be more productive. And
man,
I'm saying this right now.
You missed one name, bro.
Hey man, hey, we already know what Third and Renfro cooking up. I'm not even speaking on that. I'm not even speaking on that, Cody. You know why I'm not even speaking on Renfro. I'm not even speaking on Renfro until the regular season and we see Third and Renfro was a thing. Me and you know what Third and Renfro is.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So some of these fans some of the fans that's real critical on Renfro, they're guys that they don't believe anything until it's on film on game day. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even speaking too much on that, but
G baby,
we're selling the team short. We're selling the team short. If Legette has more targets on the season than Coker, we're selling the team short, and that'll be a mark on Canales as a play caller.
Yeah. Hey man, real quick, let me shout out Nirvash with the $10 C3 bomb. Says, didn't DJ Moore have problems either catching or fumbling his rookie year?
He did.
I think Devontae Adams had drops early in his career. It took some time for him to develop chemistry with Rodgers. That's a great point, man.
It is a great point, but the thing is that DJ Moore had 800 yards his first year, man.
Well, I mean, I understand that. Well, DJ Moore also had a more reliable quarterback his first year. No. Let's understand what I mean. It's not just on Bryce. Bryce was benched halfway into the season, and then he got his starting back. Before he come back off his starting, he looked like trash, and Andy Dalton wasn't much better. That's just what I'm saying. And listen, I understand where G Baby is coming from. He don't like Excel. I understand where Anthony is. He just don't like Excel. Listen, okay. I never liked Jonathan Brooks, and it's hard for me to respect him just because I don't never like to pick. But as a Panther fan, and he gets healthy, I have to respect him and enjoy it if he gets a good run. I have to. Now, I can always go back and say we should have took Zach Frazier, the center, who almost made the Pro Bowl his rookie year. I can do that all day. I can go on Madden and swap the players and make myself feel good. But bottom line is the end result is the Panthers drafted Xavier Legette, and we fans just have to accept that. We might not have to like it, but we got to accept it.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask him while we had him on here. G Baby, do we really have one of the worst running back rooms in the NFL, bro?
Drop the rock.
Don't ask him that question.
He said drop the rock.
Yeah.
I mean, if we had Rico or Trevor Etienne starting, and shit would be different, bro.
Damn, bro.
We don't. I'll trust. I'll trust. I ain't.
Hey yo, I'm a former running back. We gonna cook on this, G baby.
Pickle? You can't even.
I'm a former running back. We gonna cook on this, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing. But we gonna cook on this, G baby, because I'm a running back and a receiver. So yeah, let's go.
Chuba's not a third down complete running back, man. I gotta depend on someone that can be able to run routes out of the backfield and that can catch the fucking ball, man. I feel like Rico can do all that, and he's a great pass blocker, and he's got the home run ability to take it to the house.
Well, he's so damn good. The Cowboys didn't want him. They choose Miles Sanders over him. I mean, he's so damn good.
That had That had everything to do with them not wanting to pay the running back position. And, you know, Rico probably won't be here next year because he's up there in age.
No, Rico didn't look better than Chuba in the first preseason game either, though. We had a running back that did that.
Real quick, let me thank Mike Loves Jesus with the 10 gifted memberships. Shout out to Mike. We appreciate you, big dog. That's big time. Go ahead,
Cody. But hold on, Ant. Hold on, Ant.
We had that running back, but he was replaceable, man. So
well, that's the thing. It's just like with. We didn't even have to get.
McCaffrey, bro.
Yes, I'm crying about fucking Christian McCaffrey, bro. He's the only generational running back we've ever had. He could have started at wide receiver, bro. We could have kept him. We could have kept him and played him in the slot and gotten another fucking running back if they wanted to do that. He could have started at fucking wide receiver on any fucking team, bro. That dude was nasty, bro.
And
we gave him away.
DJ Moore.
And if we would have took
No,
Derrick
I'm not
Henry,
taking DJ Moore over Christian
if we
McCaffrey,
would have
bro.
took Derrick Henry,
We had both of them. We had both of them.
If we would have took Derrick Henry instead of Vernon Butler, Cam Newton might still be our quarterback. Maybe old, but he has still been healthier. And we would have never drafted Christian McCaffrey because Derrick Henry would have took him.
Let me ask the question. Why? So, okay, you do realize, though, we had to trade Christian McCaffrey in order to get the pick that we
That's
sent to the
not
Bears.
True. That's not
Yes,
true.
it is.
That
is the truth.
No, it's not true, Cody. That's not true, dog.
Could have still used another pick.
We did not have to get rid of Christian McCaffrey the way we did, dog. Like, I'm glad he was saving his body. What the fuck does he need to come forth and come back and play for this trash ass organization, dog?
Listen to this.
He wasn't hurt like that, bro.
Let me back you, G, because that's the same thing as saying, well, we could have just traded Brian Burns for the actual gift the Rams were giving us, and we could have had more ammo to actually trade up for a quarterback if that's really
bingo. Or we should have traded. We should have traded Burns instead of DJ Moore in the Bryce trade.
Bro. Like what kind of Scott Fitter was a terrorist?
No, Pickle, we cooking, Pickle. We cooking. Let us cook.
No, hold on.
Dude.
Let us
we
cook.
should have never traded to start with. We should have never traded up to start with. One of the worst things this franchise ever done is to trade up.
You might not ever see.
Real quick though. Listen, man. Listen, Scott Fitter was a complete dumbass, bro. Who trades your wide receiver one?
And Christian McCaffrey. Any other GM would not do that dumb shit.
Here's the thing, Pickle. I disagree because if Bryce Young ascends to a top 10, if he continues what he did last year, bro, you're not finding those quarterbacks in the fucking bargain bin, and that's where we would have been in the fucking bargain bin, handing Sam Darnold a $30 million a year contract. He's now going to be playing around behind a shit offensive line, and he's probably not going to do that good this season. And then all the Seahawks fans are going to be like,
I'm waiting for that.
But I'm saying though, I'm cool with trading up to get your guy though. But I'm saying you don't trade your receiver and your offensive pieces to build your quarterback. When you know you're going to get a quarterback, we traded DJ Moore instead of Brian Burns just to not sign Brian Burns and still trade Brian Burns.
Right,
that was the biggest fumble.
And you mentioned the Seahawks, and I know you don't want to make this conversation about Seahawks, but I got to throw this out there. I think Jalen Milroe is going to start before the year's over up there.
Yes.
I agree. Sam,
right, but and listen, I understand what you're saying because listen, hindsight's always 20/20. Hindsight's always 20/20, and I can go through drafts where I would have took this guy and that guy, and they just didn't. So life goes on. But and listen, I understand Chuba Hubbard isn't the best out there. I'll understand that. I'll say that. But for right now, listen, if we didn't have Chuba, Rico may not have come here, and then we would have had. I mean, we got Chuba. He was signed to a contract. I'm going to cheer for him while he's here and life goes on.
Yo, Chuba is a damn good running back, yo. Hey, can I get in on this shit, bro? Chuba is a damn good running back. He just can't catch. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know Rico, bro. He's like from the next county over. We grew up around each other playing football. His hands had to develop. He used to couldn't catch for shit either. Even when he was at South Carolina, his hands were suspect too. He developed that, but they're the same type of dude. They're not gonna run away from you. They're not blazing speed. They're downhill power runner. You can tell Chuba is a good running back because he consistently splits double teams and he makes the first guy miss. That's how you can tell a guy is a good running back. He consistently makes the first guy miss and he falls forward. More often than not, he's falling forward. He gets the dirty yards and he's good between the tackles. So, I mean, come on, bro. Like, we had I think he was 7th in rushing yards last year and missed 2 games. Like, what are we talking about? You know how hard it is to be top 10 in rushing yards in the NFL?
Tell them.
No, he's a good.
Come on, bro.
For sure. It's just like the only thing is that we had a guy that was a generational talent, which was Christian McCaffrey. So that's why when it comes to Chuba Hubbard, he gets a lot.
You're right. But let's look at what what y'all don't want to talk about, and the man's got it up on the board right now. Tristan
Look how
McCaffrey
many
is
first guys he
injury
make
prone.
miss.
He's injury prone. He's either there or he's not there. And let's be real. If we would have kept Christian McCaffrey, there was more games he would not have played than he would have played.
Anybody here play fantasy? If you do, I'm gonna tell you right quick. I hope you didn't get him in the first round. If you got CMC in the first round, I'm gonna pray for you because that man has Achilles tendonitis in not one leg, both legs. He has Achilles tendonitis in both legs. And if you think that's minor, I'm sorry, but it's not.
Right.
Listen, I think Chuba's a good player. I think what we're just saying here is like the offensive line is really good, and like I remember Deontay Foreman was good for us that one season. I just don't think. I think G is ultimately just his whole mindset here is he doesn't really want to pay running backs, and I understand that. But I have to disagree with him. Like I think Chuba's a good player. I think his leadership is important. So I see both sides. But really, what we should be talking about is this defense, and how Dave Canales doesn't watch the defense. I'm surprised no one's brought that up yet.
Oh, I ain't had a chance yet.
That's understandable though. That's understandable for most offensive head coaches. Don't like. When I played, my coach, he was an offensive guy. He rarely even came to our field. I mean, Rivera was the same way.
But hold on, my turn. The reason why that bothers me though, Trig, is because of how bad we were on defense last year, and knowing what kind of hot seat Evero is on. If I'm Canales, I have laser vision on this defense, especially knowing how many young players we have on the team right now.
At the same time, you got to trust the people that you have in positions of authority to do their job. You can't micromanage everyone. Like, if that's the point, then ain't no sense in even having Evero brought back.
We shouldn't. He should have been fired. I agree. And listen,
you damn right he should have been fired. He should have been fired.
You're right. And when we hired Evero, let's not forget that's not who we wanted. Okay, we wanted the current defensive coordinator of the Eagles, and he got it. We got into bidding war with Miami over him, and eventually he picked Miami over us, even if we did offer him more money. So he picked Miami, stayed there for a year, and then cut bait to come up there to go to the Eagles.
And by the way, real quick. Shout out to Diesel Skills for making the badass cut up of Chuba Hubbard. Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, man. And I understand. I agree with you, but that most offensive coordinators / coaches don't pay attention to the defense. But here's my point. Evero should have never been trusted with the defense. That's a problem. He doesn't have any experience being a full-time guy you can hand over the keys and trust. He had one good year in Denver, and people put him up on this pedestal like he's great. And he ain't.
He didn't even have a good year in Denver. We ran through that defense.
Yeah, I agree. Wilkes. That's what I'm saying. Why they put him on this pedestal? And listen, you try it out. He screwed up. He should have been fired last year. There's no excuse for it. There's absolutely no excuse for it. I don't care whose fault it was. I don't care if, to me, Canales stuck up for Evero because it's just
he did. He's still here because Canales wants him here.
Right. There were better coordinators available that we could have got.
Yeah. I don't like Evero. I'm not a fan of the defense, but I understand Canales being with the offense full time because we're going all in on offense, which is why we probably took Tet at number 8 instead of a defensive player. So he's trying to build up this side of the ball with getting Excel developed, making sure Tet is who we think he is. You know what I'm saying? Making sure Bryce is growing in the system. So I understand him being with the offense full time because the defense is it's not gonna reach its potential until Evero's out the door.
Yeah, but he's still the head coach though, G. He's still the head coach though, G.
So
he's not just
a lot of head coaches. Yo, when I went to training camp like damn near every practice, bro. Rivera rarely fuck with the offense, bro. Rarely.
Yeah, but that's because the offense already showed that it can establish itself as a top unit. when you're the worst fucking defense in the history of the NFL and you're not even going over there to check on anything. And listen, I want to shout out Pickle because last year in a post-game show he was on, I think it was versus the Commanders, he said, Canales is still learning how to be a head coach as it goes. We just have to accept it. But I'm sorry, I don't think he knows enough about defense, and I think that's kind of why he's insecure about it. But Evero should have been fired. I still think the head coach should go and check on the defense because I don't know why you would trust anyone you work with at any venture, any business to do their job correctly if they've shown you that they can't do it correctly. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, but you need a
computer and a Canales has a Super Bowl with the Legion of Boom as a coach. I think he knows defenses. That's arguably the greatest secondary of our lifetime.
Listen, I like Canales. That wasn't my. Never did want to hire an offensive coordinator, but that goes without saying now. But let's be real. If Canales saw the Legion of Boom and he recognized the talent they have, nobody can convince me he saw Nick Scott play free safety and say that's an excellent safety.
Yo, these are Evero signings.
These
are Evero signings.
In my opinion, Nick's Evero told him that Nick Scott's a starter and he's great in this reason. And Canales went to the podium and said, I like Nick Scott, and here's why.
I want to know that.
I mean, well, he's just going to judge on the guy's playing style. But when you look at the blueprint, you can see the position coaches are pretty much telling the GMs what guys they want. When they come to the free agency period on the blueprint series, you can see D-line coach, Evero, you know what I'm saying? Well, they're pretty much picking their guys.
I understand. And like I said, if their best option at starting free safety was Nick Scott, this deficiency on the coaches go a lot deeper than Evero.
It's on Evero. I mean, because he's going to let the guys do their own rosters and do their own depth chart. The fact that Bobby Brown is not our starting nose tackle lets me know this guy has no clue what he's doing. Like, Treshaun Wharton is a 4-3 defensive tackle, but he's not a 3-4 nose tackle. That was the whole point of us getting a 330-pound guy to put beside Ashawn and Derek. But he's got Treshaun in that spot. There's no reason from what I've seen that Nick Scott should be starting over Damani Richardson. And there's damn sure no reason you should be undecided on if you're going to flip coverage this year and let JC travel. I mean, we saw what Jamar Chase did to Mike Jackson. We saw what CD did to Mike Jackson while JC's on the field. And you're still undecided.
He has no clue what he's doing. And that's why everyone is so fucking worried. No matter the players we sign, it just feels like this scheme is the issue.
It is. Really I agree.
Like.
Right. I
don't need Nick Scoring and Princely dropping in the coverage on third downs.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Let me go to Alex and then Michael.
If we know this, how come he don't know this though? That's what bothers me. Shit.
It's funny. I've been a big advocate. Honestly, I've been an Evero guy. When he was with the Rams. So like. To me personally, like 2023, for example, like who was our top 5 defenders? You probably say Derek Brown, J.C. Horn, Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson. Now we go into 2024. Brian Burns. Okay, there you go. And so those 4 or 5 guys. Out of those 4 or 5 guys in 2024, only Horn played last year. So he lost everybody on the defensive side of the football last year. So I don't really want to. I know it was a bad year last year, but I don't want to just
no. Enough excuses.
No, but
it is. I understand. I do understand. To me, it's all excuses. I'm done with excuses. We won't allow excuses for the players.
So, Pickle, what do you want to see this year out of him? Honestly,
out of Evero.
Yes.
I want to see a competent defense. I want to see if it needs to be, J.C. Horn moved around. I want to see pressure applied when it needs to be. And I understand sometimes it's going to happen. It's a 3-4 defense, but I do not need to see a edge rusher, a 60-some pound edge rusher, Nick Scorton, dropping coverage, covering a fucking wide receiver. That's incompetent. That's incompetent as a coordinator.
Okay, but
Hey, yo. So let me say this. I'm gonna say the scheme is trash, but what I need to see from Evero, which we won't see, is like Pickle said. I need to see smart chess move adjustments based on who we're playing. Hey, if I gotta start Bobby Brown this week, Travell Wharton next week, cool, do that. But the three things I go by on a great defense: do they make plays at the line of scrimmage and behind the line of scrimmage? Do they take the ball away, and do they not give up explosive? Because we always say he had like a lot of guys missing last year, but bro, we had everybody week 1, and the Saints damn near put up 50 on us with everybody on the field. And there's like the Saints shouldn't have been scoring touchdown in 5 plays. J.C. Horn and a veteran safety shouldn't be confused in coverage. That means it's a scheme issue, and we got guys running deep. And nobody knows who's supposed to pick them up.
We also weren't applying a lot of pressure last year. I watched last year where Mike Jackson and J.C. Horn were guarding their receivers for like 7 to 10 seconds and like couldn't get any pressure. Quarterback was in the pocket. He had all day to throw. Like I want to see, and I saw it this first preseason. I know Shedeur Sanders, but like the first series, the defense looked fine to me, at least for the first preseason game. Obviously, I want to wait till a few more weeks, but I want to see this is it. It's his last year. It wasn't going to change overnight anyways, the defense. I didn't think so personally. I mean, we were at the bottom. So I want to see this year. And obviously, we all know he's on the hot seat. 3 weeks in, if it looks horrible, get rid of the guy.
Yeah. I told Michael we can go. Let me go, Michael, and then I want to get Diesel skills back in on this.
All right, so you know what? Everybody makes a valid point about this defense, man. I mean, yes, we want to see this defense improve. Even I myself want to see this defense improve. But the fact is, Evero isn't doing his part to help out. Because mind you this, he thinks like everybody could be like the Denver's defense like there's no tomorrow. We don't have a Von Miller type of player. We don't have a freaking we don't have any of these guys complimenting the same way that Denver was. But mind you, we're the Carolina Panthers, and this dude is on this coaching staff. And guess what? If he's playing zone, like it's ridiculous. We like honestly, I know I'm probably going over this a lot, but like I already know how good our defense is. No doubt about it. I'm not criticizing the offense. The defense is what everyone is worried about. Because mind you, I already know what some people are gonna say, oh well, you haven't seen nothing yet. I already know that. But guess what? It's like what other people would tell me, and my dad will even say this too. If you can't tackle, you can't cover. If you can't, it just goes both ways, And I want to see this team do tackling, but also if we want to see turnovers, we need to make sure that pressure is still there with us. Because mind you, I want to see interceptions, like G Baby would say. Turnovers is the key to some of that defense that we need to see. Because mind you, we had a good defense in 2015. Josh Norman was a good corner. Freaking Eric Coleman. Or no, hold on. Let me think. I think it's Eric Coleman, somebody that we got from the Eagles as a safety. Those two stepped up on this defense. Mind you, we even had good edge rushers on that defense. And it surprises me that, Evero is doing somewhat of something that I didn't want to see. Because, yes, Pickle is right. We don't want to see our linebackers dropping coverage. Because, mind you, the only linebacker that was good at that stuff and also doing something that we expected was Luke Kuechly. That was the only guy that was good on that part. Because, mind you, he was a middle linebacker. He knows how to use his head. Now, mind you, I love that dude, and I wish we had players like that. But for some odd reason, like my heart is just racing, and it kills me to say this, and even Trigger Smith said this too. Like, if I think Evero is going to do the same thing again, and it's going to disappoint us even more. And guess what? Like, I don't know what else to say, but this: if we are getting big plays mollywopped on us, like we ain't covering our receivers that much, or we ain't stopping the run, guess what? Danger zone is going to hit us real freaking hard. And guess what? That coordinator that we have as a defensive coordinator is burying this team in a deeper hole that we can't even dig ourselves out of.
Well, to me, I'll say this. If Evero doesn't work this year, I think this is the last year of a 3-4 defense in Carolina. Like, I just don't see it being something that we continue to do a lot if we've tried to make this work for the past 3 years, and it just doesn't. You know?
Right.
Well, Evero's on his last. Evero's on his last year of his contract.
Right.
This year,
he should have been fired on the field when he. Go ahead, Ben.
Right. Listen, I do agree. And move on just a little bit. A lot of folks in the chat are chatting about Todd Walsh and Jonathan Cooley. Jonathan Cooley is calling defensive. Is calling the defense for these preseason games. That tells me they're eyeing him. If they fire Evero midseason, I really don't think they're going to. But if they fire Evero midseason, I think Jonathan Cooley's going to be the guy they look at. And Cooley's got experience working with the Rams.
I would hate that, Pickle. I would hate that.
I don't want that.
If we fire Evero, I want us to go outside of the organization and get someone who's really fixing this fucking defense.
Right, and that's my point. Yep. People have mentioned Todd Walsh, our D-line coach, and I like Todd. I really do. I do, and I talked about him last year some. But if Canales went and got a guy right now, they're not letting Todd Walsh call plays. They're not even giving him that opportunity. They're giving their passing game coordinator, the defensive passing game coordinator,
cool.
that.
Let me go to D's, and then I'm going to add some more people in here. Go ahead, D's, if you're ready.
Yeah, there's a couple guys on defense I like. I mean, that was been my question the entire time. Why did we retain a guy on the last year of his contract that had a historically bad season in the NFL? That was my initial question. Why did we do that? And it just feels like a lame duck year because they go into his coaching staff. They eject Tim Lukabu, which I don't know why he was the scapegoat, but for whatever reason he was. They bring in AC Carter. Jonathan Cooley, of course, is the passing game coordinator, like Pickle was saying. And to that, I think that they're doing all the important stuff during the practice where it's closed off and really people can't see it. And then they're doing the mundane stuff with the third string, the fourth string in the actual preseason game that's filmed. So they're not giving anything away. They're letting those coordinators call those games so they're not giving away important plays and strategy moving into the season. I mean, I know what the Panthers are doing, but it looks bad to the fans. And after last year and what this defense did, don't forget, we gave up 50 points out of the gate week 1. Panthers fans aren't buying it. And the simple fact, shout out Surfside Steve, he said it in chat. You think about it, we run a 3-4 defense, so 3 defensive linemen. Which is stronger, our defensive line or our linebackers? We have 4 linebackers on the field and 3 different defensive linemen. Well, the defensive lineman room is stronger right now than the linebacker room, and in terms of depth as well. So it literally makes – I think it was Troy that was saying we can switch to a 4-3 right now and we'd be better. And I agree with that. We literally would. But that's not what Evero is going to do. He's riding out this lame duck contract. It seems like – Dan drafted guys to fit the 4-3. Why in God's name would you put Nick Scorton out in the flat, guarding a wide receiver at 265 pounds, a guy that can go all the way up to 280 pounds and be the perfect run stuff and defensive end in a 4-3? It just feels like they've got a plan, and this is Avero's lame duck year because it wouldn't matter who they brought in for the defensive coordinator. The talent's not there. The defense isn't built. The secondary isn't developed. And what they're hoping is going to happen this season is that they're going to develop that secondary, and they're going to find some answers in that linebacker room, whether it's a guy on the practice squad like Van Martin Scott developing or whoever it might be, stepping up for this team. And that's what they're hoping is going to play out, in my opinion. Now, it could be the fact that the defense does play better than what we saw from the third string and fourth string in just the first preseason game, and maybe Evero gets retained and gets another contract and gets more time to build what he's trying to do. We just don't know as Panthers fans, but we do know we're sick and tired of being gutted on the field and run over by other teams. But I'll tell you this, in the Texans practice, there was comments from Texans fans and from C.J. Stroud himself saying, or putting out frustration. He had to like hype his players up. C.J. Stroud did, because we were stuffing them at the line of scrimmage. They were not able to run the ball on us with Nick Chubb. There's a few tweets out there that like he's running downfield breaking tackles. That was not the case. The Panthers defensive players pulled up because they weren't diving for legs in practice. We're a little stronger stopping the run this year than what we've shown on tape thus far.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like, and I with the whole Evero thing and all you guys, it is a weird situation because it's like, even if Pickle, like we talked about, even if they were a top 5 defense this year, right? A lot of us are thinking like, well, what would happen? Are we re-signing him? Like after that? Like probably not.
No, I don't. No, you go. No, you know. Shout out to Kyle, Alex. I understand, but listen, Evero. Y'all remember he's asked to be released from his contract twice since he's been here. Twice. And he only signed a 3-year deal. Signed a 3-year deal. Two of those 3, he's asked to be released from his contract.
Let me welcome some more people in here from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. We got Twan Dawn back in the building. What's up, Twan?
What's going on, guys? How y'all feeling tonight, man?
What up? Hey, Cody, I'm actually about to make some room so you can bring somebody else in. I got to get ready and go to work.
Oh, well, Amen, give me your final thoughts for the free-for-all then, man.
Oh, dude, as always, it's been fucking the best podcast on YouTube, bro. You know?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
As always. Well, yeah,
keep it.
Yeah, you guys are live tomorrow. Yeah. Are y'all going to do the free-for-all again tomorrow?
Yeah, so we're gonna do a reaction stream tomorrow during the game, just like we did last Friday. So, yes, sir. Right. Tune in for that. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, y'all shout out. Y'all, when we do our reaction show, y'all be patient. Just because we gab a little bit on the show, don't mean that's our true core feelings. We're going live, fresh off the.
AKA Pickle might say some shit he don't necessarily feel.
Yeah, that's true. Pickle does unless he's talking to G Baby, then everything he says is fact.
Sure. Twan Don, talk to me, brother. We talked about it a lot tonight. What you want to jump in on, bro?
I mean, I just got here, so
man.
I don't, you know.
We're sort of talking about this defense right now, man, and how, you know, this is a make it or break it. It all started when Canales said that he doesn't watch the defense, that he lets the defensive coaches watch the defense, and that sort of spurred this whole discussion. But what do you think about Evero saying he's not paying, or not Evero, Canales saying he doesn't pay too much attention to the defense?
Damn, what a tight end. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know what that says, bro. I mean, like, I don't think that's good. You putting all your faith in Evero? I mean, so
yeah.
I mean, we know that Canales. I mean, his offense is what he specializes in, but I mean, most head coaches have a say so with the defense too, especially after the season that Evero just had. So I don't understand that if he's not looking over there or whatever. I mean, that's your represent. You're the head coach. Everybody else is representing you. Those other coaches on that team, you know, and then you can get clipped too as a result of what they come up short with. I would have my eyes glued to Evero and everything that he does out there from last year, because, you know, Canales can be up out of here too, man, if it doesn't go well for him.
Twan, that's what I said. that
There's no way I'm gonna let Evero run wild after last.
knowing what kind of season he had last year and knowing just how hot his seat actually is, like to me, it was a little bit tone deaf, just to say, nah, I'm not looking at it too much, And by the way, especially if we have another abysmal performance in preseason against the Houston Texans, because let me tell you what, bro. I know people say preseason doesn't matter, and largely it doesn't, right? But the past few years in a row, all the Panthers have done is managed to win one preseason game in like the past 4 years or some shit like that. Like we never win more than one game in a preseason cycle, and then we go on to have these abysmal fucking football teams. So it's like I understand it's backups, but to me there is an element of coaching that goes into this, and I definitely need to see more out of this team during the preseason, man. It's unacceptable for us to just, it's preseason. It don't matter that we got blown out by 30 points or whatever the fuck it is. Like, no, it's time to fucking, I don't care that it's the backups. It's time to put up or shut up, man. And let me introduce some people, man. Popping bullets back on the free for all. What's up, Pop?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Pop?
What's happening? How everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, we
man.
good.
Where that beer at, Jake? Jake, where that beer? Put your beer up in the air. There it is. There it is. Yeah. There it is.
It's empty. I got to go make another one.
And hey, bro, how about we are blessed with the presence of the Bat Daddy, Greg?
What's up, Greg?
Bro?
Fellas, what's going on? Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up?
We can't see you, but we can hear you.
You can't see me?
No, Cody's got the side in the way.
Nah, I got you. No, man.
There
Look,
you are. I see you. I was looking at the wrong corner.
Yeah, are you blaming me? Pickle looking at the wrong shit.
I was looking at the wrong corner.
Shut the hell up, Pickle.
Yeah.
look. So check it out. So, like, I look a little different now with the beard. You know,
cut the beard off.
I know I made the promise that I wasn't going to shave my beard till the Panthers made the playoffs. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is that year. So I just went ahead and briefly did that. We're going to make the playoffs this year. It's going to happen. I'm going to eat my words. I'm going to be totally eating crow all year. Bryce Young is going to be that guy this year. Okay? We're going to make the playoffs. I'm saying it right now. What is the day? The 15th? Yeah, 15th. We're going to make the playoffs this year, guys. That's all there is to it.
Let's do it.
You know what's crazy, and I do this all the time. But now that I've seen you with your beard chopped off, bro, why do you look like Alex Smith?
Dude, do I? I don't know. I mean, I've been working out a little bit, like so.
Okay.
But
Them gains.
I'm trying to hit that 300. I'm trying to hit that 300 bench by the end of this month, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
So,
we'll go Greg and then Pop. Greg, what do you think about this defense this year, and how big of a year is it for them to really turn it on and make something of themselves? They have all these young guys that are really trying to make a name for themselves, but you also had Canales saying that he wasn't really eyes on the defense, so he's sort of just leaving it to Evero as a whole. What do you make of that, man?
well, look, here's my thing, man. Is like for the last few years, I've been anti-Bryce and saying the offense is holding us back because of my personal bias against Bryce. And we had Evero come in and say he was going to be the man that ran this defense. I think I was completely wrong, man. I think our defense is what's going to be our failure this year. I don't think that we're going to be as bad as we were last year, because it's hard to be worst ever 2 years in a row. But I think that if we have a falter this year, it's going to be our defense. It may not be all Evero's fault, but you've got to put some blame on him. And I'll take like I said, I'll eat the crow and say that I was wrong about the Bryce thing, because I really do feel like I am. And I was wrong about the Evero thing. I think that when it comes down to it, he may just not be that good of a defensive coordinator. He may just not be that good. And I don't know if we have the talent to really do well, but if we can put up, and it sounds bad, 35 points a game, which is a lot to ask for a team.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot to ask for a team. We can win a lot of games. Like if we go with the New Orleans Saints playbook of just put up a lot of points for the last 10 years they played, then we can be a decent team. But I don't think that our defense is going to be a strong point this year. And I think that if we have a weakness, it's going to be the defense. I don't see any bright spots. I don't see anybody really coming out. I mean, J.C. Horn needs to prove to me that he can go through a season without being injured. I think that with having Brown back, it's going to be great. But we've just got to step up on defense. And I think, honestly, we're kind of one side of the ball away from being a fantastic team. I think our offense looks really good this year. I think if our defense can be mediocre, we'll be a solid damn team this year. But I think the defense is going to be the thing that holds us back from being a solid team this year. I hope it doesn't, but I believe that's what it's going to be. So
So you like our special teams, Greg? You like the special teams?
Honestly, I haven't looked at the special teams that much, to be honest with you. But special teams are so insignificant, especially now with the new kickoff rules. So insignificant, it doesn't really matter. It's basically just a paid spot.
You don't want to look at our kickers anyway. That's a good idea.
Hey, how about this? I haven't said this yet. I believe that whoever is the Panthers kicker this year probably isn't even on the roster right now. I think he's probably going to be some cuts from another team, and we're going to pick up a guy on waiver wires, and that's probably going to be the kicker for the Panthers this year. I don't trust not a one of these dudes from anything I've seen so far. I had hope in Nick Fitzgerald, but he is not a Harrison Butker. He is not a Harrison Mevis. I'm sorry, man.
Well, Cody, you know who's a free agent? Eddie P. We're
not
doing Eddie P.
Hey, man, wait, let me. I told Pop I would let him go. Let me get Pop and then I'll open it up to anyone. Go ahead, Pop.
Well, I have a different perspective on this question. Just to throw it out there, there is no coach in the NFL. I would say there's no head coach in the NFL that doesn't know offense and defense. They didn't get to that level of not knowing offense or defense. And I'm just going to throw that out there. I mean, that's what I believe. Number two, Canales didn't pick Evero. So if Evero is taking his seat back and letting the assistant defensive coach call the plays without him actually calling the plays, that's on him. He's going to have to fall on that sword. He should be the one out there calling the plays for his defense and analyzing the talent that he has out there on the defense. It ain't on Canales because Evero knows either he gets the job done this year or he doesn't. Either way, he's probably out, right? He's been wanting to get out. So why does Canales got to sit here and, keep an eye on him? Hey, man, either do your job or get gone. So I don't blame Canales saying, I'm not paying attention. I'm not watching him. Because since he walked in the building and since they've said, hey, Evero's the guy on defense, he's let him do his thing, right? So let him run it. And right now he's saying, hey, the assistant coach is the one calling the plays. I would do that if I had been making my defense actually produce on the field. But you haven't. Whether we come up with excuses or not, you got to call it what it is. Our defense sucked last year. So if it was me, I would be the one hands-on, not letting my assistant defensive coordinator be calling plays. No, I need to be more hands-on what's going on out there and watching, not watching from the sideline and just have a headset on and looking crazy. What was the other question?
Well, I mean, no, it was pretty much just about Evero, but the fact that he feels so comfortable. Like, should he feel comfortable? No,
Canales?
Yes,
because it's not going to fall on him. He just like not trying to throw Bryce underneath the bus, but just like Bryce wasn't picked by Canales, neither was Evero. So they're in the same seat. They're just cooking at different temperatures.
No, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, but remember, David Tepper is still owner. So, and let's just hope that he don't flip out. And at the end of this season, because our defense, I personally believe Dave Canales Dave Canales can't be stupid. He probably knows our defense ain't going to be good. And his idea is we are going to try to outscore the other offense and put our defense in a situation all they have to do is attack. But anyway, so that may be a fantasy idea on me, but I have to believe that right now. So
we should have known that we was going to be it was going to be a long year when we were sending Dane Jackson on a blitz, man.
Oh man!
But I mean, but hey, speaking of Dane Jackson, our corners are better this year than they was last year. So even if one of them is an undrafted free agent, but I think
the corners are better, the line's better. I think it'll be a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, we do have some talent on the roster on the defense, and I'll give that. And our defense has got a lot more fire this year than last year. I guess I could hope in the outside shot that they're going to outplay what Evero wants, but you're
can I ask real quick?
Go ahead.
Can I ask? Can a defense outplay their defensive coordinator? Like, can we have a really mediocre coordinator and have a good defense?
That's a great question because
Yes.
Evero is the only part of this entire coaching staff that doesn't fit with the rest of the excitement that we have everywhere else.
Okay.
So
here's my thing.
I don't know that.
What we need to do.
Here's my issue with Evero, the decision to bring him back, because I think I said it a few shows ago. A good coach, I don't care what you give them, a good coach is going to have a decent defense that might be lacking of talent. They're going to be able to do something very well. Gamecock fans, we can attest to this. When Muschamp was the head coach for the team, the defense wasn't great, but there were many years where they weren't dominant. But you get into the red zone and you found it very difficult to score. I didn't see that from Evero. My hope for this season with Evero is that he has every option available to him, because that's going to lead to the team's success. But last year with the defense, yes, it was devoid of talent. I didn't see anything. I didn't see him out coaching, out scheming. You could tell me he had a lack of talent, but I didn't see him doing anything to put the players he had in a position to succeed. I believe it's possible for this defense to be a lot better due to how I believe our offense is going to lead the charge. Get a couple scores and let the defense just be aggressive. I hope that by the end of the season, Evero has every option available to him. But I do believe we can do better in terms of finding a defensive coordinator. Hell, if it's a 3-4, put as everyone that was speaking before on it. You do not want to see Scourton in a 3rd and long situation dropping into coverage. You do not want to see Princely dropping into coverage. Those are things that tell me, like last year, those are things that a okay coach, you think it's okay because you think you're smarter than everyone, and you might not be.
Well, I think it's going to be easy if for me, and I think you made this comment earlier, and I 100% agree. If you look at the history of Evero, and this is another thing to get on Evero, Canales doesn't have to watch him because he has Dan Morgan watching him, a defensive GM who played linebacker, who knows defensive scheme. So that's a whole nother different eye looking at you that can get you out of here. Number two, I 100% agree. I think it was you that made the comment. But if I don't see Bobby Brown as a starter as our nose tackle, that is a huge red flag. You did not pay him for him not to be the starting nose tackle. Now, if you go look at the history of the nose tackle size, weight, and size weight that Evero has had starting for him, none of them was over 310 pounds. None of them.
Yeah.
That goes for Denver Broncos and Carolina Panther history.
Right. You're right.
So you finally got a nose tackle. If he's not the starter and you have Trayshawn Wharton playing nose tackle, I'm going to be pissed. That right there is going to tell me everything I need to know.
I personally,
my opinion on it is just that it's a situation where he might feel like he knows better, and it's not like you got to be able to self-evaluate. Is what I'm doing is how I'm approaching the situation really working? It you could tell me, okay, lack of talent and all of that, but I didn't see a thing about that. The one thing the one thing that I think Evero has going for him is that he's able to galvanize and keep guys engaged, keep them locked in. As bad as that defense.
Whoa.
I disagree.
Real quick, hold on. What are you basing that off of?
Just last season.
What are you basing the fact that Evero keeps guys engaged and galvanized on the fact that we had the absolute worst defense ever last year? Like, what are you basing that off of?
Couldn't say that I saw anyone quitting. Like there were a couple.
I'm pretty sure having the worst defense ever in history is quitting.
You can't quit when you get millions of dollars. I mean,
right?
The reports was out there.
Look, I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking what you're saying. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just asking you what you've seen that shows that, because what I've seen from Evero is the absolute worst defense ever in history, and you can't make an argument that he's making guys better when we had that kind of defense.
There were games where the defense got a couple of stops and the offense failed to capitalize on it. So that's more so complementary football. I believe like the additions that we've made, the additions that were made in free agency, the draft, that talent is going to elevate that defense's level of play, that base level of play that you're going to get out of the defense. Being able to keep guys locked in.
My fault. Go ahead. My fault.
I
kind of want to analyze a little bit what you said there, because I can't agree, because reports was said how J.C. Horn was upset at Evero because he wouldn't let him line up with the best of the best, and that's just the type of dog he is. But what I will say is I don't think Evero galvanized anybody, and I don't think he makes players stay engaged. But what I think is the players keep each other galvanized, and they won't let each other down. 100%. I don't think he does that for them. I think they do it for each other.
So just recently, when Evero was like, he was asked if he would let J.C. Horn travel, and he was like, I don't know yet. Was that because he didn't want to piss off J.C. Horn again, but he doesn't really want to move him around because he feels like his defense would prefer to have him shut down one side of the field rather than following the best wide receiver on any team that we're playing? Like,
he's one right up away. He's one right up away from David Tepper from saying that comment again.
I mean, it could just be a bluff. It could be bluffing. So I mean,
yeah. Go ahead, Twan.
Look. I've been watching a lot of 2015 games. Like, I've watched the entire 2015 season. Okay, we were an amazing team then, with players you never thought would have been what they would have been. I don't think the defensive coordinator is the one who galvanizes these players. I think the players are the ones who do. They galvanize each other to be a great team. I think that if we have a good defense, just me personally, it's not going to be because Evero made them that way. I think it's going to be because these guys wanted to win and they wanted to play well. I don't think Evero's the guy. I'm sorry. I really wanted to believe in him. I really did. I don't think he's the guy. I think that if we have a good defense, it's not because of what Evero does to coach them. I believe it's because they're good players and Dan Morgan put them in that position.
Yeah.
I don't think it's because Evero did anything, to be honest with you.
Hold on, before you go, JJ. Hold on, JJ. Before you go, let me get Twan in, and then I'm gonna introduce somebody, and then I'll open it up. Go ahead, Twan.
All right. So the thing with Evero is this. I don't know if Evero is suffering from amnesia or something like that or whatever, or maybe he just can't get out of his own way mentally. He has no choice but to let J.C. Horn do what he wants to do this year. Because J.C. Horn, I mean, after we paid him and he did the Pro Bowl, you know, when players get angry, man, they don't fire players. They get rid of coaches. And if J.C. Horn goes to whoever and says, I don't want to play under this guy anymore, then they're going to get rid of Evero. He probably won't even make it through the season. I just don't see Evero changing his ways, Cody. I mean, you used to get into it with the Brian Burns thing. Evero comes in and tries to get guys out of what they do well and tries to get them to fit into a system that they don't fit in. You know what I'm saying? He had Brian Burns traveling. Brian Burns should have never been traveling with receivers. And now You gonna try to get this man to get Scorton and Presley the guy that should be traveling. You don't want him to travel, but you got two defensive ends that you want to play linebacker and help back there with the linebacker somewhere and travel and do things they never did in college. This is what I don't understand with him. It's like his thing is you're going to come over here and fit to what I like to do over here instead of me taking advantage of what you do well. But I don't think the players will allow him this year because they know he's on the hot seat. I mean, if I'm Evero, he got to tread softly. It's only going to take one disgruntled player this year, Derek Brown, whoever, to go, this guy ain't it. And he's not going to make it through the year. So he has no choice. J.C. Horn can go up to him and say, look, I'm going to travel this year. Look, bro, if you don't implement me, you're not going to mess my game up. You're not going to mess my career up. So he'll have to go to Morgan or whoever, and they'll get rid of him. Morgan can't keep
paid, though.
Coaches on. Yeah, Morgan can't keep coaches on with disgruntled players, bro. I mean, Evero ain't worth everybody's careers on the line, bro.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I worded the way that I worded. I hope that at the end of the season, Evero has every option available to him on the table. If he wants to go take a head coaching job, if he wants to go be DC for another team, I hope he has every option on the table available to him because that means that the team had a lot of success this season. Now,
his head coaching job days are over.
My belief is, like I said, looking at last year, a X's and O's coach, a really good defensive coordinator, even with that unit for what it was, would have had them doing something very well. I didn't see that out of Evero. I don't want there to be a situation where midway through the season he's getting fired. But I wouldn't be shocked if it happened. I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah. Hey, let me welcome in Surfside Steve back on the free for all. That's a chill name you got there, Surfside. I like it.
Hey, 2 miles from the beach. You can't beat it, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, Surfside, tell me what you think about Jajiro Rivero and basically how hot is his seat this year and what did you make of him not letting Horn travel? All the stuff we've been talking about.
His seat is like lava, man. It's like melting.
Yeah.
I have faith in every part of the team. I have faith and optimism, except he's the one person I don't have any faith in at all. And I believe everybody else on the team can make it somehow. But Evero is just worthless. How can you let that Horn is underutilized? No wonder he's not getting any recognition, Horn, because he doesn't do nothing because they're not letting him do anything. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Guys, I'm trying to tell y'all, Evero is stuck in his ways, and he's very arrogant to do this, bro. Like, you're treading on. It's gonna be if he loses his jobs, it's his fault. It's his fault.
Evero is the type of guy who would tell Luke Kuechly in his prime to shut up because I'm the defensive coordinator and you're just going to be quiet on the field and let me do your job. That's what I mean.
The road to ruin is paved with good intentions. I personally feel like Evero is one of those people who thinks he knows more than others. Like it's a situation where he has to take the advice. If it takes J.C. Horn walking up to him in front of the team saying this is what the fuck we're doing for him to get out of his own way, then it ain't no skin off my nose. Going off what I saw.
Is Evero the Matt Rule of defense?
Yes.
No,
we're not going to label him that because honestly, even Matt Rule didn't have the worst offense ever. So, like, how much rope are we going to give Evero? To be honest with you, like,
not much. I'd have fired him already.
He has no room, bro. No.
Well, the thing is we honestly we shouldn't really stress about it too much because even if he does, we talked about it, if he has a good defense this year, he's gone anyways. So it's like this is his last year. We gotta stay positive here, and hopefully he does bring in a decent defense this year. That's what we got to hope for.
I'm tired of excuses too. I don't want to hear another damn time about, we don't have the players for this defense to run the way it should be, or we have too many injuries. I'm sorry, but injuries happen across the league. Every team has to deal with it. I'm tired of hearing those excuses, dude. Coach your players. Be the coach that you need to be. Call actually good plays. I mean, the whole I'm just so sick and tired of it, man. I want them gone now.
Well, didn't we draft all defense like 2 years ago?
Yeah, when Matt Rule was here.
Well, I mean, okay.
First year he took over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question.
I won't blame Evero for anything Matt Rule did. So I'm not going to do that.
That's been here for 30 years.
No. I got real quick. Evero, Matt Rule, Phil Snow's guy, knew something to do with Chin. Only thing Evero knew for Jim to do was go sit on the bench.
Yeah.
And Chin worked the last year he was here sitting on the bench because Evero wouldn't use him.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to use him. So he let him walk, and now he's an extremely good. Now he's a good safety playing for the Raiders.
Hey, Surfside Steve had a question. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, can you imagine if we did draft Walker in the first round, and he's a tweener? What would Evero do with him? I worry about that. If that would have happened.
Nothing. Drop him in the coverage, probably.
Yeah, really.
But
about the thing about the rankings of running backs and everything, 28. Such nonsense, man. I mean, you take everybody's number one receiver away. How many people have a second receiver who has 1,000 yards? A handful, maybe. So that's just prejudice against the Panthers. We all know that, though.
Yeah, that's ESPN stupidity. Some idiot on ESPN who just wants to cause trouble for every team. It just makes shit up as he goes.
Hey,
real quick, Cody.
Real quick. Let me welcome in my boy Cole back to the free for all. Cole, what's up, dude?
Happy Friday, gentlemen. Hope all of y'all are doing well. Hope everybody's had a good week.
What's up with you, man?
What's going on with y'all?
What's up, Cole?
Did you get your baby to sleep, Cole?
For now, we're getting ready to see when I open the door in a minute. I'm about to be back home.
Oh.
Talk to me, Cole. What you think about Evero and Canales saying he's not watching the defense like that?
I hope Canales is lining his ass up like he's tending to be doing lately, because if I'm the head coach, I know what my damn defense is doing, even if I'm an offensive guy. So I probably got a little more upset and pissed about that than I should have, but I don't think he's completely oblivious to what's going on the defense.
He's lying for sure.
I think he's lying his ass off.
I thought he was going defense in the draft. I completely thought he was going defense, and
he looked at Adam right in the face and told her we were drafting.
Yeah, man. Dan and Dave conned our ass good on that draft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, real quick.
And exposed to pickle.
Yeah.
We've got to decide: is it Evero or Evero? It's like lever and lever. Like, what are we going to call it? Which one is right?
How about dumbass?
Chat, diarrhea, all of us.
Hey, let's call him fired. How about that one?
I'm just saying, if we're going to call the man by his name, it's got to be right.
Hey,
Evero or Evero.
Yeah,
I'm
really not sure.
Evero.
But you know what, though? I will say this. There will be a lot of people in Panther fandom who owes my man Evero, whatever, a big apology if this defense does turn it on.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Hey.
That's what I want to happen, Cody. I will apologize.
I'm about to eat a lot of Bryce Young Crow. I will totally do that with Evero.
They were saying that in training camp with Derek Brown back in the rotation, the Houston Texans did not have a lot of success running the ball against that Panthers D line with Derek Brown in the middle. So maybe, maybe they were right to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's going to take some legit football for us to find out.
Man, I don't take any kind of statistics people put out in these preseason games and practices to be real stuff. I'm sorry, I just don't.
But,
look at Sanders. Sanders looked great against Carolina in the first game against second team defenses and everything like that. Let's see what happens in the real season.
Right.
and we'll go from there.
It's gonna look different.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing also with our defense now too is we got some more older, mature guys. It's a different set of guys on that defense now, man. That's just not gonna let Evero pimp them, bro. You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
think so?
These guys are more of dogs. They'll push back on some shit. You know,
I mean,
like I said, I want Evero to be successful, but he's got to be able to get out of his own way.
I do too, Twan.
Some guys
I
can't.
got a question for Surfside Steve. Is that Captain Muddlin sitting on your lap? Because that's another dog.
No, that's Romeo, but he's got a Panther shirt. He's waiting for the season to start.
Oh, I
Got
love
you,
it.
got you.
I love it.
My other dog's a Falcons fan. He's a jerk.
Oh no,
Man, they need to kick that dog out the house.
somebody pull up Cody in that Falcons jersey.
Shut up,
no,
Jake.
no. But
Yeah,
Evero. Listen, if Evero comes out, calls it excellent, and he does real good.
Evero.
Alex Taylor, Evero, how's that? Easy E. That's what the players
Evero.
Easy E.
Yeah, C-Dog, easy. There you go.
Easy E. Anyway, if Double E has an excellent year, and he really produces strong, Alex brought it up earlier, and I'd been saying it. It's great for Evero because he's going to show everybody what he can do. Then he's going to walk out into free agency at the end of this season and say, "Where's my moolah?"
Right. But Pickle, here's the question: if the defense does well this year, is that because Evero was good, or because the defensive players played well? Like you have to differentiate between were the plays called well or were they just executed well?
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to wait till I see it before I can answer that.
Yeah.
But I really am, because certain situations, for example, if J.C. Horn does travel, then that's not how Evero did last year. If and like I said, if we hear later on that Bobby Brown saying I'm the starting nose, because Trashir Wharton, when he came from Kansas City, he told them, yes, he lined up at defensive tackle because he had to, because that's the only spot he could get on the Kansas City defensive line. So therefore, so he admitted himself that he was lined up at the wrong position. That's why he signed here in a 3-4, that he can line up in the right position. The depth chart as it is now, I don't think is a real depth chart. I think it's going to change dramatically when the season comes out.
Well, look, I agree too. My thing is, like I said, I've been going back and watching the 2015 season, and I see the players. Like, you can't tell me that Roman Harper and Thomas Davis and guys like that, Jared Allen, guys you thought that were done,
right,
were playing the way they were because the defensive coordinator made them play that way.
No,
they were playing that way because they gelled together well.
Right.
So, like, I think you got to be able to differentiate between when a defensive coordinator makes these plays or calls these plays, and when the guys are just that good in that end of the game.
Well,
you know
Luke Kuechly, I listened to Luke Kuechly. It was an hour long. Generally, it's called Cart Talk, but they were in a van or a truck. Anyway, JJ was driving. Luke was talking, and Luke said, because they brought it up, he said in 15, part of the reason why is because when the free agents come in there, they wanted to be a part of the culture that was already there. They didn't have to build anything.
Right.
And some of them already knew that type of culture is that the players took care of the players. If a player screwed up on the field, if he didn't address it with the players, the captains and the leaders of the defense, they did. And it's even saying they brought up something. And because Luke started it, that I didn't know. He said Thomas Davis didn't want to be the leader in the linebacker room. He didn't want it. He wouldn't mind. He liked to be a leader on the team, but he didn't want to be the leader in the linebacker room. Luke was opposite. Luke didn't want to be a leader of the team, but didn't mind to be the leader in the linebacker room. But he said even the free agents coming in knew the style when they got there. The fact is, that's why some of them came there because they knew the Carolina, you had a motto, you played to your highest ability,
Right.
and the culture is what I'm looking for. The culture was already there. We're building a culture right now. I don't think we've had a culture there, and I think they're trying to build one. The players themselves are trying to build that culture. I really don't think Easy. I don't think Double E has anything to do with the culture.
You know what's scary on defense though? There's no concrete leader on our defense. So we don't have a single guy like that one guy you could go to that can challenge Evero either. Rose is gonna do it.
Right.
I agree.
Right. Now, well, we got some leaders from my understanding, but they're young guys who are just doing their best. They're trying.
I agree.
But the closest leader. Right.
Jared
I
Brown.
understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is this: you also have to have a player on defense,
right?
That could go look like Kuechly did. Like,
yeah,
you call in something that doesn't work, that he can go, man. We're not running that shit, bro. I mean, audible out of that. Evero loves. I think in some ways he feels more comfortable that there is no concrete leader on that defense and that they have to always deflect to him. Because if Kuechly was on this field now, him and Evero would not mix.
Not at all.
It would have never worked out.
Because the closest we got is Morig, the safety, and maybe Brown, but Evero doesn't want to. Evero doesn't like to be told,
because
my understanding, something that needs to be done right or something that's not going to work.
Because he doesn't trust his players. That's what he doesn't trust that those guys are going to go out there and do what they need to do. And I'm sorry, last year he didn't trust his players. They didn't trust him, and that's why we got what we did. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we've seen in our years of watching football, we've seen wrong schemes, especially on the defense, that the defense has failed because there's a wrong scheme. I thoroughly believe that scheme is bad, and it's not necessarily the 3-4 scheme. It's the overall how it fronts. Well, Vance Joseph, when he took over in Denver after Evero came here, he said words out. He knew Evero had run a similar system, and to get everything in line, he just in practices he told the guys to do it this way. That out of the blue, the guys quit doing it that way, or the guys was messing it all up. And he asked him, so he looked at Evero's play sheet that was still up there, tore it all up and scrapped it and said, no, that's all wrong. That's crazy stuff. And he immediately changed it to his system. I think Evero's scheme itself is wrong, not necessarily the 3-4.
The scheme is trash, man.
But I don't like a 3-4, and I never have. So.
Hey, before we go any forward, before we go forward any further, the Bat Daddy has to leave us. Greg, we love seeing you, man. It was great to see you.
Yeah,
again.
man. Good chat with you.
Come back,
man.
To,
Love you, Greg.
even sooner, man.
Man, it's always good to see you guys, and I promise you I'm making a return soon back to the C3 Panthers Podcast. I'm working on new intros, all kinds of good stuff, and Cody's seen what I've been working with. It's going to be fucking fire. So just wait till the new stuff comes out. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody's love. I appreciate everything. Tomorrow's a big day for me. I'm just trying to get some rest and make things work out well. But I love all of y'all. This year is going to be our year, guys. We're going to win the division. We're going to make the playoffs. I'm going to eat crow with Bryce Young. He's going to be a good quarterback. He's going to be a top 10 quarterback this year. TMAC's going to be amazing. I'm going to be wrong about all the things I said before, and I'm so happy it's going to work out that way. I'm totally cool with being wrong. I don't mind being an asshole. I'm cool with being wrong. We're going to have a good year this year, and we might just have back-to-back winning seasons starting this season. So
amen,
let's fucking keep pounding. Let's fucking keep going. And I love you guys. I'll see you later. I appreciate everything. I'll be back soon, all right?
And Spider, knowing what you have to do tomorrow, keep pounding.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we need somebody to pop in on Tuesday and give Tony a what for and kick him
Oh
back in
yeah.
line.
Oh yeah. I'll
He's
do
been
that.
out of
Yeah.
line for a
I'll let
while.
him know.
Cody can't do it all, man.
Yeah. I love you guys,
All
man.
right.
Later.
Peace and love, brother. Keep pounding, man.
Yep. Keep at him.
Yes, sir. All right, so look, I wanted to ask this before we end the show. I felt like this is a good question, man. I'm going to go around to each and every one of you, and I want you to tell me your top 5 current Panther players on this roster. I'm not saying the best. I'm saying your favorite. I want you to start at 5, count down to 1, and give me a brief reason for each and every one of them. All right? I'm putting y'all on the spot. I want to hear it.
I see
Right?
how
Because,
you are, man.
in earlier years, this was easy to do. You can mention Cam, Luke Kiki, a bunch of people. But it's a brand new team, brand new players, and it's time. I want to hear who y'all are really
All right,
enjoying
I'm ready.
on this current Panthers
Man, this is
roster.
a 2-hour subject, though.
Hey, man, let's do what to do. Pickle, you're up first, bro.
All right, man.
Start at 5, count
Okay,
down to 1.
I got you. My 5th is James Mitchell, tight end, number 85. He's a free agent pickup from the Lions. I watched a little clip from the Charlotte Observer Processing Blue podcast that's free to everybody here on YouTube. And I just like him. I watched him. I got to hear him talk, and then he started making plays on the field. And I heard today Joe Person said that do not be shocked if James Mitchell is above Mitch Evans.
Damn.
On the depth chart. Do not be shocked about that.
Hey, he was
said
really good
it's
at
not out of the
fantasy.
blue. He said Mitch Evans is not as safe as people think, although Joe doesn't think either one of them will be cut. He wouldn't go into specifics on the tight ends, but he don't think
wouldn't say
James
either one of
Mitchell
them
or Mitch Evans will be cut. So anyway,
Well, that will work because then they could just develop Evans.
right, exactly, and I like that idea too. My number 4, as much as I give him the dog for, well, my number 4 is Lathan Ransom. I like him. I think he has speed. I think he has ability. I think he can cover. I just don't think he's been giving the correct. I don't think he's been allowed to be a deep safety before. But I also don't believe in the true deep safety. I really don't. I think if a safety can't tackle, he's not a safety. He's a corner line back up in zone. That's all he is. And that's my number 4. My number 3 is Jalen Coker, an undrafted guy who came out of nowhere and started. Yeah, I gave him the dog a little bit this offseason because I know he can do better. And I like him. I love underdog stories. I just always have. And I think he's going to replace Adam Thielen this year in the lineup. If not, Adam Thielen, Xavier Legette as a starting wide receiver. One of them. Right. My number 2 is Tashir Wharton. And that's kind of odd. And I cheat there because I've been using Tashir Wharton on Madden for many years now. And I think that he can play end in a 3-4 or a 4-3. I think he has the ability and the skill set. I like his attitude. He came from a winning organization. He got a couple Super Bowl rings, so that's always a plus. And my number 1 guy that I love the most is Derek Brown. I like his attitude. I like his opinions. There's nothing I'll never forget when he was a rookie. He came here. He heard a fan say something about his baby mama, and he ripped that fan a new ass and said, "Do not call her my baby mama. She is my wife. You call her my wife.
Yes,
Do not
sir.
respect my lady by calling her a baby mama." I thought that was cool. Not necessarily what he said, but the fact that he was willing to go on social media and jump somebody for what he thought was disrespecting his wife.
Yes, sir. Love that. That's a great list, Pickle. Great list. Do I have any volunteers to go next, or I'm just going to start calling on people?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead, Jake.
All right, so my number 5 guy is, I mean, this might be a little bit of a surprise, maybe not, Nick Scorton. I mean, this guy showed me in one preseason game what some players that we had last year that was veteran players didn't do. The effort was there. The dude didn't give up on plays. I mean, we heard about this guy. This man wants to hurt players on opposing teams. We heard that when he got drafted. So I'm very high on Nick Scorton. I think he is going to be an impact player, and I think it's going to be sooner rather than later that he's going to be actually starting for us. My number 4 player, of course, is going to be J.C. Horn. I mean, he made his first Pro Bowl last year. I mean, he's been very vocal. He's been helping. I mean, we were hearing these other corners that we got that's been undrafted. Like, they've been going to J.C. Horn asking him everything, and he's been very helpful, helping him learn the playbook, helping him learn with certain things when it comes to alignment issues and stuff like that. I love J.C. Horn. So my number 3 player is Derek Brown. Damn it, Derek, we missed you last year, brother. I know you couldn't help it. You had the injury. I mean, this dude had an injury that lasted the whole entire year, and he didn't even realize he had that injury until after the game. The dude played the whole game with that injury. I mean, that dude is a dog. You know what type of leader he is in that locker room.
Yes, sir.
We all know that. And my number 2 player, Robert Hunt. Man, I'm so glad we got Robert Hunt on this offensive line, man. I mean, you're talking about a guy. I mean, I hope you like pancakes because he's going to give you one about every game. And talk about a guy that like he literally jumps up in the air, celebrates with the team. Like this dude, I mean, he absolutely loves playing this game, man. He loves playing football, man. I love Robert Hunt. And then my number 1 guy, yes, is going to be Chuba Hubbard. You already know this. Gee, baby, I don't give a damn what you say. He's going 4,000 again. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care. I don't care. This dude's a dog. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of Chuba Hubbard. I mean, I can't wait to see him again this year, man. I'm looking so forward to it. I mean, I got his jersey for a reason. Even though I don't buy Panthers jerseys very often, I'm very glad I got it. I mean, and he's a dog as well. But that's my list, by the way.
Love it.
Wonderful list, Jake.
That's a great list, man.
That's a great list.
I'll go. So why not? Why not?
Go ahead, Pop. Get in there, bro. Never go to these.
Number 8. I'm joking. My number 5th player is Hemi Horn. I mocked him in just about every mock draft. I really wanted to have him as a player. We got him, so I got to put him on my list. I think he brings something that we don't have on the team as far as speed. Take the top off. I think he's a dog. He's not a problem. You know, he don't cause problems or issues. A team guy. And I think he's going to do more on the field than he does with his mouth. Pause.
I knew that was coming.
Number 4, I gotta say Princely, man. He embodies what I want from a defensive player as far as attitude, tenacity. Reminds me of a player that we had here previously that we didn't sign. Not gonna say no names. And I think he's gonna cause a lot of hell. I mean, if we get a chance to see him and Nick Scorton at the same time, you're gonna have a problem. Like especially 3rd and long. But yeah, I think he's really gonna be a really good fit for the Panthers. What is that? Number 4? Number 3. This is a hard one. Because I want to say Jalen Coker, but I'm not gonna say Jalen Coker. I'm gonna say TMAC. TMAC.
Okay.
I think is such a great piece for us to have. He's gonna open up so much for the rest of the wide receivers that people probably not even recognizing if you like really look at the game. He's gonna be a threat. I think he is our number 1, and he'll be that for a long time coming as long as he stays healthy. Number 2, another guy who just this probably been the best free agent we've had in such a long time. I have to agree. Is Robert Hunt, man, big 50.
Yeah.
I've never seen any O lineman ever in Panther history with that much excitement and want to win type of culture and dog mentality and running people over. And I mean, to be that big and be that athletic, I mean, come on. Like, he's celebrating by himself sometimes. Like, who don't get hype about that? Like, bruh, the man is amazing. I love the fact we got picked up. A lot of people shitted on him saying he wasn't this, he wasn't that. But if you look at his numbers, he should have been a Pro Bowler several times. Number one, it's got to be Derrick Brown, man. I mean, he's the anchor. He's without him. I mean, y'all see what happened. We did have some players step up and have a better game. Ashawn Robinson, which I called out, but now look at the talent that's around him. He doesn't have to do it by himself. So, with that being said, that's my top 5.
That's a great list, man. Dude, this is really hard once you start to think about it, because there are more than 5 that we could easily put.
Right.
And
And
then
yours was a great list. I was muted on my mic.
there's also hope for some of the young players that if they ball out, they're just going to be such an easy fan favorite. Let me go to the brand ambassador, Diesel Skills. D's, give me your list, bro.
So, number 5, I'm going to go just like Panther Pickle did, Latham Ransom. One of the reasons why it's a late round draft pick that I want to work out for the Carolina Panthers. Along with that, we got Nick Scott started right now. So, I like the idea of like 2 hard-hitting safeties. Mo Rig out there. We know he had a hard hit against the Texans in practice that almost caused a little scuffle, because he nailed this guy. And I think Ransom is that dude as well. If you were going to blitz somebody from the nickel, on 3rd down, like we saw Dane Jackson do, like Jake was talking about earlier, then I would like to see Latham Ransom being that guy going after the quarterback. This guy looks relentless in practice, at least what I saw at FanFest. Anyway, number 4, let's go Chow Smith Wade, CSW. I'd like to see him make some plays, stand out as a Carolina Panthers player in the secondary. I think Evero is banking, or at least maybe Dan Morgan is banking on some of these secondary players developing and growing this season. Chow Smith Wade is a guy I haven't heard enough from to be our starting nickel back in this defense, guys. Number 3, I'm going to go Hunter Renfrow. What a comeback story. I'd love to see Bryce Young building up not only Adam Thielen, saving his career, making Adam Thielen come back for another season just to play with Bryce Young. And then in that same 2025 season, he revives Hunter Renfrow's career back to that 2021 Pro Bowl season like he had. Number 2 is, Cole's going to have to check me on this, Tetairoa McMillan. I think I got it right. I'm excited about TMAC. I want to see the TMAC attack. I want to see Nalo go, if you will. I want to see what this guy's got. He made a great play versus the Browns. I can't wait until he catches a one-headed touchdown like he did in practice versus the Browns. That stuff is coming from this guy. He's special. He's an aircraft carrier in the Bryce Young Armada. He is the guy with the biggest catch radius and the ability to catch the ball one-handed in any direction. And I'm looking for some crazy highlights from this guy this year. Number 1 overall, of course, and what the Carolina Panthers need to work out the most is the quarterback, Bryce Young. I need him to really lead this team forward this year. Maybe we have a dominant running game, and Bryce Young only has to supplement on offense. And if we're up by 2 scores, we know Dave Canales will run the football then. But if we're behind, we're throwing. I need Bryce Young to have a great year and validate everything the Carolina Panthers did to go up and get him, Cody. I appreciate you letting me do this.
Love it. Of course,
Hey, D's, we will be calling T-Mac T-Magnificent by the end of the season.
I love it.
Cody Lack, I'll knock mine out, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Cole.
Number 5, I'm going to go with the big fella. I think he's one of the premier guards in this league. I'm going to go Robert Hunt, 5. Going to go Nalo at 4. I think he's going to be probably rookie of the year, I hope. I did say 10 receiving touchdowns and 1,000. I think if it really got to it, they could force feed his ass if they really want to. I hope it don't get to that, but it's possible. Number 3, I got J.C. Horn for obvious reasons. He's the leader of our secondary and one of the best quarterbacks in the league to me personally. Number 2, I probably have most improved player, I think, in the whole NFL, even though we saw glimpses of it last year. That's going to be our starting quarterback, Bryce Young. I got him at number 2. And I got what I think is the leader we do have on defense and one of the best defensive tackles in the league. And Big Derrick Brown is my number 1, Cody. I kind of went chalk with mine.
Yeah, I like that, and that's a good list, man. I'm glad that we started.
Yeah,
doing
that's
some Bryce
a
Youngs
good
at the
list.
end there. Man, I was about to say, damn, there's a lack of Bryce Young in these lists.
Hey,
But
let me go next.
yeah, go ahead,
Number
JD.
2 on mine. He's up there.
Are you surprised?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just happy that I started to hear his name. That's all. Go ahead, JD.
Hey, number 5, we're gonna go with Horn. Hey, like I said, man, you can't tell me Horn's not the best corner in the league. He had the injury issues early in his career, but even in the glimpses earlier in his career, you could see what he was. Obviously, he's a Gamecock, so every Gamecock player that gets drafted by the Carolina Panthers, they live in my dream, so I got to root for him. Number 4, Excel. Like I said, man, the dude is a superstar in the making. He just got to go out there this season and put everything together. Number 3, go Robert Hunt, like so many others. You love to see the excitement from an offensive lineman. Linemen don't typically get their names called unless they mess up. I done seen Hunt make some spectacular blocks, man, and to have that kind of energy on the offensive line, that shit is infectious. Number 2, so many good players, man, but I'm gonna go with Nalo for number 2. Like, just
I knew it.
I
T
want
Magnificent.
I want so badly to call Nalo Megatron. Like the dude is like not Megatron, but some sort of Transformer nickname because the way he's too smooth, and then you see the size, and then deceptively fast, man. Like there's something there. Like other people said, Nalo gonna be special. Him and Bryce together, the man's a cheat code. Like that's what I've been calling him. He's a cheat code. He's a walking cheat code. And number 1, can't make a list like this and not go with my cousin Bryce Young, man. Like,
yeah,
you talk about keep pounding. To go through what he went through his rookie year, to get beat up like that, to go out his sophomore season and it went the way it did, like the wheels look like they falling off completely. And then for him to say, nah, I'm still in control of all of this shit. My destiny is mine. I'm gonna put my faith in God. And I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna do what I know I need to do. And then we saw it culminate in that 40 burger against the Falcons. Now I'm expecting to see that for a full season. So that's my top 5 list, man.
Love it, man. That's a good ass list. Yeah, man. There's so many different ways that you can arrange these lists. It's fun hearing them all. Who would like to go next, or I'll just call on some folks. Any take?
Okay, I'll go next.
Go ahead, Steve.
Okay. Number 5 is Nick Scorton. He's the silent assassin. Everybody looks at Priestley because he's fun and happy and stuff. Nick is just solid, plays business. He reminds me of Charles Johnson, serious player who will do the stuff quietly. I love that. Okay, number 4 is Renfro. No, he's had this health issues and stuff, and my wife has colitis too. So anybody who knows somebody with stomach issues, you know how that can just ruin your life. And he's actually coming back and playing football, so I'm just amazed. Plus, he's a really skillful player. We just need him. He'll be perfect for our needs for hopefully a bunch of years. So he's number 4. Number 3 is Chuba, because Chuba worked his way up to where he is now. He works the hardest of anybody on the team. You hear all these great stories, and I'm glad he's in my running one. That's number 3. Number 2, it's got to be Bryce. Bryce is the man. You know, he's getting better and everything, and he has the command of these older players and everything. You see how he knows what he's doing now, and people follow him, which is very important when you have a quarterback. You want that leadership. And number 1 is Derrick Brown, man. He's just he's the defense. He's the heart and soul of the team. Good person and everything. And I wish I had more spaces to put more people in there. You know.
Same. I've been thinking about my list. This is
a solid list, sir.
Yeah, this is
I
difficult.
left out Legette and I left out number one draft choice. I can't believe I didn't put him on my list because they're all worthy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's hard to. It's hard. You got your good players you know's great, and then you got players you like. It's like, you know.
Well, I like how all our lists. I mean, it might be a little bit different, but I mean, you still hear the passion in the list, man. I love it. I love hearing it.
Yeah, same, man. Love it.
Right.
Who is not going? I know Michael hadn't gone. I know Twan hadn't gone. Let me get Michael. Let me go with Michael. What's your top 5 Carolina Panthers, brother?
Okay, so I'm gonna say number 5 would be Nick Scorn, because honestly, like everyone says, he brings that enthusiasm to this defense, and I want to see this dude like wreak some havoc on the sides that he's on. It goes like this: like, you don't compliment one side over the other, but and I'm talking about defensive linebackers. But anyways, if I want to see this dude become defensive player of the year this year. I hope that happens. But I mean, if he doesn't, I mean, that's cool. I still respect him though, because he puts in the work.
Yes,
Now number 4 is gonna be the guy who came in the same draft as him, which is Princely. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I'll just call him Princely for right now. Like I said about Nick Scorn, he does what he does. Princely, if he does the same thing, which I hope he becomes that other guy on that other side, like we would be causing problems if those two end up getting after the quarterback, which way or the other, because I want to see these two like achieve something that maybe no one else has on this team. I don't know. I could be wrong, which is, sack wise. Not saying double digit sack wise or anything like that, but anyways, I digress. Now my number 3, I mean, this dude actually impressed me the first preseason, but call it what you will. I don't like Colorado as much, but I gotta give this dude his props. It's Jimmy Horn Jr. Because, man, I've never, I had my doubts a little bit about this dude, but, man, the way he presented himself on that special teams, oh, man, I love it. Like, I don't care, I don't care what he runs or anything like that, as long as he does what he does. And mind you, I hope he does get a potential time on the receiving end, too, because, I mean, again, I want to see him succeed now that I know that he's good at the return game and everything else. My number 2 would be I'm gonna say McMillan. It's gonna be hard for me to pronounce his name, but eventually I'll probably hear it a few times or whatever. But McMillan would be my number 2 because I know he's gonna be the guy that we're gonna probably go to for the most time, but I mean, I want to see this dude again succeed. I want to see all these guys succeed, but he would be my number 2. Now my number 1 is Bryce Young, because yes, like all of us want to know, Bryce Young needs to be that guy, but he needs to show why he want. Oh my God, I'm thinking stupid, but I like the way that he showed last year after being benched, because, after being benched, he said, okay, I'm going to see what this looks like for right now. Then when Andy Dalton got hurt that year, he said, all right, I'm going to be the guy of this team. I'm going to show why I do this for a reason. I want to show why I want to be on this team. Now, I want to see him set a bigger height for him this year. I want to see him do things that, I want to see him do, rip that ball to receivers, or if he gets under pressure, I want him to say, okay, these guys are coming after me. I need to use my legs sometimes. I'm not saying he's like Cam Newton, but if he can use that athleticism to his ability, plus throw the football, he's gonna be one dangerous dude. Mark my words.
Yes, sir. Great list, man. No, well said. There's a lot of truth to that. Absolutely. Twan
Good list,
Don,
man.
last
Great
but
stuff.
never least, man.
Hey,
Give me your
what's
top 5 Carolina Panthers.
like? What is this based on? Just like right now?
Yeah.
Just who you like.
Your current
Yeah.
Just right
favorite,
now.
your current top 5 players on the 2025 Panthers roster.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, I'm gonna do a little something a little different. You know, I mean, y'all know the Chuba and all that stuff. You know, I'm gonna name the top 5 players that's got my eye right now. You know, since training camp and everything.
Yeah, they ain't no real answer, man.
Yeah, I mean the Chuba and that things are first up, man. Just in no particular order. Brizzle, Breezy, man. You know, I mean, I made a tremendous transformation from being on the get this dude out of here, campaign to like I see the potential. I see what this dude is doing. The game is slowing down for him, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna be. I think he's gonna turn it around.
Who is that?
Bryce.
Bryce Young.
Oh. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Taylor Moton, man. You know, I want to keep that man. You know, I mean, keep him alive.
Great call,
Yeah,
man.
whatever.
Timo needs
Yeah,
some
great.
love, bro.
For sure.
You know, he's fighting for his life to continue to be a Panther. That's just not something we've seen a lot in the past, bro.
Right.
Like, you know, we see a grown man damn near cry because he wants to be here. He wants to probably end his career here. So I'm really rooting for him that we get that accomplished and that gets done. But, you know, I mean, he's putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? And I was moved by his conversations. Over on defense, man, a guy that's caught my eye, man, is Corey Thornton. I like what he's doing out there on the field. Trying to make a name for himself, trying to make this team, you know what I'm saying? Making some really good plays out there. Right now, even in the absence of Horn, man, Mike Jack is putting in work. I don't know if y'all seen this guy out there playing, but he's shutting people down out there. Mike Jackson is. I've seen the elevation with this guy. Like he's moved up, man. Like
Hey, Twan, that interception was nice, bro, against CJ Stroud. I didn't mean to cut you off.
he's gonna be really good this year. You know, I mean, I thought he was decent last year. You know, he broke up a lot of passes. I just think that he went out there and worked hard over the summer, so he's gonna be even better, man. Probably number 5.
Yeah.
Tetairoa, man. I mean, it's just I cannot say that. It's like, dude, I didn't know he was gonna be looking this good. From what I saw Arizona, I was like, I think he may have like a little learning curve. He is out here making it look easy. So, you know, I called it early for him to have to be rookie of the year, but Tut is out here making it look easy, man. I mean, that Cali to Cali Connect is going to be something special this year, you know, barring injuries. But this kid, right, he's looking special.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
great one. Awesome
Great-
list, man.
Yeah, great
That's
list.
an awesome list. I guess I gotta get
Yeah,
mine
that's-
now, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I got to. So so you're right. I listen, before I start, I want to say I only narrowly left Hunter Renfrow off this list. Only narrowly, bro. But if I get one good season with
Proud of
Hunter
you, Cody.
Renfrow, bro, he might be number 1. Shit. But all right, my number 5, I am going with Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt, in a very short amount of time, has come onto this team and proven himself to be a dominant offensive lineman and a great leader. Someone that the Panthers need, and he is going to be a linchpin of what the Panthers offense do going forward. Number 4 for me, I am going with Derek Brown. Derek Brown is the beast in the middle of our defensive line that makes everything run. He's been a consummate veteran, constant professional. He's a man of few words, but a man of many actions on the football field, and we are better for his presence. Number 3, I am going with J.C. Horn. He is a shutdown corner. I have long said that when you look at a physically gifted perspective, he is probably the most physically talented player out of any position on this team. Like, the dude is really just like that, man. He is absolutely a dog, and I think that we're better for having him. Number 2, he has been such a breath of fresh air. I am going with the man whose father we just had on the pod. That's Jalen Coker. My number 2 came out of nowhere. Look, let's be real. Last year, down the stretch, he was the number 1 wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers. Straight up, strong, catches everything, yards after contact, makes good separation, much faster than his combine time would have you indicate. The dude is him. And I think that he's going to be a great player for a long time to come. My number 1 player on this Panthers roster is a workhorse. Has gotten better every single year that he has been a Carolina Panther. Number 30 in your program.
The Canadian
Chuba.
I hear a train coming.
Let's go. Chuba Hubbard is 1,000-yard rusher. He is a dominant presence. And our offense runs through what this man does. Chuba is the man. He's my favorite player on this team. I have him number 1 partly because I have been one of his loudest defenders forever. When people were dogging him, telling him he couldn't catch COVID in an emergency room.
Sorry, Chuba.
You know, when people were just absolute dogging this man, I have been in his corner and seeing what he has done for this team in recent years. Bro, that makes my heart smile, man. Come on.
I had to fight. Yeah, hey, y'all. I've been the Chuba since. you know, I've been over holding the flag, Cody. You know.
I had to be my number 1.
I called this year. Can we start calling him the Maple Mamba?
The Maple Mamba.
How about this?
Sure, why not?
How about this, Juan? I won't stop you. How about that?
Let's just call him the Maple Mamba.
If it catches on, it catches on, bro.
There's gonna be T-shirts made.
The Maple Mamba. Well, boys, that's the Friday free for all.
Yep.
It was a damn good show. I appreciate each and every single one of you for being on the show. And by the way, tomorrow at 1 p.m., we will be going live. We will be live streaming tomorrow the Panthers traveling to Houston to take on the Texans. No, you know what? Hold up.
No.
Hold up.
There's my boy.
Let me get my boy Kyle.
I don't think
Cody can't end it. You gotta get another hour, Cody. Another hour.
I don't think Kyle can do it. I don't think he got it in it.
What can I do?
I don't think he got you in it.
Kyle, give me real quick, bro. Before we get out of here, bro, give me your top 5 current Carolina Panthers players, bro.
Top 5. All right. Starting at number 1, Derek Brown.
No. Do it the other way. Start 5.
Start from 5. Okay. Let me say Adam Thielen is number 5 on my list. He's the most reliable target that he's had. So he's number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list is Robert Hunt. Animal at guard, can set the line of scrimmage anywhere he wants. I think he's number 4 on my list. Number 3 on my list is J.C. Horn. We all know what he can do when it comes to locking down one side. If Evero would move him around, we'd have a lot better defense. So that's 4-3-2. So let's go. Ooh, okay. So here I'm gonna be a little controversial now. I'm gonna put Derek Brown at number 2
All right.
on the list. Because as good as Derek Brown is, the best player on the Carolina Panthers list is Sir Purr, because he's a one of them.
Wild card.
I told you you couldn't do it. I told you
Love it.
Can't be wrong. You can't go wrong with that list at all.
We're getting out of here, but I had to get you in here at the final moments, Kyle.
I appreciate it.
I couldn't let you not give you a top 5, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You know I'm on my way home from work.
I got you, brother. I got you. All right. Yeah, I got to do a couple things before the night grows too old. So I appreciate y'all, man. Every single one of y'all. I'm going to let my man, the brand ambassador, see us off because he's so good at doing it. Deez, do I still got you, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, Cody. We're closing it out right now?
We're going to close it out, brother.
Hey, thank y'all for joining this episode of the Friday Free for All. We're here for you, the fans of the Carolina Panthers, every Friday, 7 p.m. Please join, be a part of the show, be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community. The community is what keeps us hooked here at C3. All these guys that's been in the chat, they've been in the chat for 10 years or more. This is the longest running Panthers podcast, and we're inviting you to be a part of this conversation about the Carolina Panthers, just as if we were in the car together on a ride to the game. You can call in your calls Tuesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. is that show. You can call in beforehand at 252-228-5098. Be a part of the conversation. Be on the longest running Panthers podcast. Once again, we're here at 7 p.m. for you to join the link in the conversation, in the chat. Be a part of this show. Let us know your Panthers opinions. The Friday Free for All is here for everyone in this Panthers community, and we would love for you to join the C3 Panthers podcast community. My name is Diesel Skills. This has been another great episode of the Friday Free for All. We look forward to talking with you guys tomorrow in the show. The watch along for the game. For those guys that can't watch the game, watch the C3 Panthers podcast. Be a part of the conversation. That show will be open for others to join as well. Until next time, Cody, I just want you to know here at C3, it's where the fans matter.
C3 Legion, keep pounding.